And now for something completely different.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
A few moments later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of The Bar right here on Barracks Party Media. I'm your host, John Kerwin, a.k.a. Mini. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. 2311 was my MOS. Yes, I'm a card carrier member of the E4 Mafia, allegedly, and the founding member of Barracks Party Media. If you're new to the bar, basically, this is a show. Get together with a couple of my friends. Tonight's only going to be one of them, is what it is, but it's a good one to have. And we talk shit, we share memes, we discuss the world, watch stupid videos on the internet. We just have fun, man. We're just hanging out, man. It's just the bar. That's all it is. From time to time, we do interviews, veteran community advocates and prominent veterans, but I haven't done that in a while. Really need to get on that. I keep saying that, but life is busy right now. Faux show. Without further ado, I'll bring on my co-host for tonight. He's also a United States Marine Corps veteran. He's from the great state of Wisconsin, which I hail from. His MOS was comms. He's got to give me that. I got to get that number from him just so I can say it and get it out there. But he's been a part of the bar for many, many years as a co-host, and he's hosted. He's been a part of Sports Church as well. Hopefully I can snag him into doing that. We're actually going to be able to probably pull off a show tomorrow. Sometime mid-afternoon Eastern Standard Time, so that'll be fun. I got a lot to catch up on. I got fucking an endless amount of baseball to talk about. Honestly, with all the free agent signs, big free agent signs. One of them being yesterday with Roki Sasaki. We'll get into that later. Without further ado, the man. Oh yeah, and when he comes on, make sure you pull your headphones out, turn your TV down, whatever you're listening to, watching to. Make sure you do that because. Reasons. The one and only a pterodactyl. There we go. Yay.
So yeah.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Well, it could be better. I mean, we were supposed to be at a hockey tournament this weekend, so I guess
right.
If Sammy hadn't gotten sick, there would have been no show. If Sammy had, she was still healthy, but she's got the flu, so that's fun.
Not at all. Not at all.
I think I kind of got screwed too hotel wise. We had the hotel room, reserved, and then so on the 16th she was sick, and then apparently with the cancellation for that, it was like if it was after 6 p.m. on 16th. Then apparently you don't get any of your money back. And by the time we got out of the doctor's office, my phone died while we were at the doctor's office, so I had to recharge it before I could cancel the hotel room. It was 7:30 when I was able to cancel the hotel room, so I'm guessing they're probably not going to send me any of my money back, and I'm going to be pretty hacked off about that.
Always pay everything with PayPal, bro. Everything with PayPal.
Right.
Because you just go to them and like, no, like I couldn't make it, blah, blah, blah. I'm not paying for it, and give me my money back, and don't go get your money.
Yeah, I mean, I put illness and family for the reason for canceling the room, so hopefully they at least give me like some of it.
If they don't, you just call corporate and be like, look, this is we came in for a hockey tournament. Had to cancel last minute. Is what it is. Like you want to keep like 10%, keep 10%. I want the rest of my money back though. Fuck that.
Right. So
yeah.
But yeah, it sucks. Apparently I didn't get to see. My dad's got the live barn where you can watch any ice rink in the country off the cameras they got in there. I didn't get to see the game because I was taking care of Sammy. But yeah, they played a team that Sammy had shut out, but in the past. But apparently they they lost in the first game today. So, too bad she couldn't have been there. She would have been starting if it would have been her turn to start too. If we would have been there for the first game, but it is what it is.
Right.
Next weekend they got another tournament in Eau Claire, so she should be better by then. But I'm sure she'll still be pretty tired from the flu. She's knocked out pretty bad right now. Hasn't been moving around the house too much even.
I gotcha. Yeah, I'm not doing well at all today. Like I got maybe 4 hours of disjointed sleep because my wife was God bless her cotton socks, was snoring like she was pregnant, which was, scared the shit out of me for a second because I remember when that started and I'm like, but and then James was sick and he crawled into the bed. I actually came back into bed. She woke me up a couple times. I went out on the couch and then I came back, just about fell asleep. James came in all sick, woke me back up, and I'm just like, fucking, oh my God. So I'm back out to the couch, can't sleep. Everybody gets up about 8:30. I went back to sleep for about 2 hours maybe and got back up. And then I had double birthday party. So James and Edith, we combined their birthdays because James is tomorrow and Edith is basically a week after that. So we had the family over and 10 kids over and all that. We were supposed to have more, but my best friend, I told him yesterday because when our kids go to the same private parochial school just down the road from us, and I was like, he's coughing a lot. Like, I'm pretty sure he's sick. He's like, no, he'd be all right. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. And sure enough, he texted today, yeah, everybody's sick, can't come. I'm like, fucking told you, jump on that shit. But, whatever. But it's been an interesting week dealing with my fucking health issues. I may have cracked the code on it. I think I actually did. So that's good, but I've got a whole bunch of shit ahead of me. I got a colonoscopy on Friday. That's gonna be fun. Because they found
I probably found one myself.
They found a lesion in my GI tract when they're doing a CT scan looking for some other shit. Basically looking for kidney stones. They didn't find any. But they found something else and they're like, oh, you gotta get this done right away. And so right away, like they're paying, the VA is paying a private company to do it. So that's awesome. They're like, yeah, you got to get this done right away. And then like, we can't do it for like 2.5 months. So we're going to kick it out and pay for it for somebody else to do it. I'm like, oh, I'm not freaked out at all. Thanks, you fucking dick. So I got that Friday and I got to do another one. Another intrusive scan on I actually don't remember what it's scheduled for, but yeah, that's super fun. I've been on light duty for like 2 months at work and I'm on for another
that sucks.
And I'm on for another 60 days. And my boss is fucking awesome. He's a gangster about it, but I even at this point I'm feeling fucking pretty shitty about it. Like I just don't like being a broke dick and there's nothing I can do about it, man. Like it's been brutal over the last month, like all kinds of weird shit. And God bless my wife. She's handled it amazingly. I have not, because I'm already idling at 95. And when something fucking shitty or weird happens, I just fucking it over the top. So much so that like even Dr. McHottie, my psychiatrist, is like, she doubled my fucking anxiety meds, my panic attack meds, that I take when I'm having whatever. She doubled
the narcotic ones.
the lorazepam. She doubled it.
Yeah. I got the citalopram, but the other ones I don't. Yeah, the like narcotic ones I don't use. I just
the benzo. Yeah, this is a benzo that I'm on, and I'm probably gonna be on it for fucking ever. Carl, what the fuck's going on here, gentlemen? What's going on, man? Hey, if you're free, let me know. You're more than welcome to come on. We don't have Blue tonight. She's feeling a little under the weather. I think she's being I think she's letting herself be a little overwhelmed with the wedding planning stuff. But she put on a meme the other day that was hilarious, like what I felt like when I got engaged, and then when I felt like when I actually had to plan it, and it's like two completely different,
Right.
complete opposites of the spectrum. And I get it for sure. So I absolutely let her off the hook. Who knows? She might pop in, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I tried to
Carl,
get a,
jump on. Go ahead. What's up?
I tried to get us a guest too, but he's working a security gig. So in the future, he's going to join us. So
cool beans.
Yeah, I can tell you later off air who it is and stuff. You could probably figure out who it is.
Gotcha.
Because we've been trying to get him on for a little bit, but just scheduling doesn't always work.
Right. Dean, check it in. You're only born one back once you get that one. Yeah, back's getting. You know what's funny, Dean, is the back. Yeah, back is getting better. And the pain is actually moved, which means the rehab is kind of doing its thing a little bit. Yeah, like everything like below, I guess not even below the waist, but below the heart, lung, everything below there is gone, all 6s and 7s, to use a British slang, and it's trying to figure it out. I think I figured it out, but it's a pain in the ass to unfuck it, and it's no fun at all, man. Chris Benoit calling for shots. All right, now forewarned. My wife bought me this, and I told her it was okay because I'm broke. We're a little broke. It's in between paychecks, and we got to watch money a little bit because we had a birthday party. We had to pay for decorations and all the food and cake and all that shit and whatnot. And so I was like, yeah, go ahead and buy that. And I was like, oh fuck! As soon as she brought it, I was like, no. It's not bad bourbon, but it's like it would be better if it was not as strong. It's 100 proof.
Nice.
Which but it's not good enough to be 100 proof. So it kind of tastes like jet fuel. So if I get up and just fucking bolt, it's because I'm fucking barfing my brains out. Because it's that strong to me. Like I'm used to shooting Jameson. It's not the greatest whiskey in the world, but it's good. It's pretty fucking good.
Jameson, I like JMO. It's smooth enough.
For shooting, yeah, it's great. It's fine. You don't want to be shooting fucking Buffalo Trace. Like that's almost a waste. That is a waste of money, to be honest with you. But as Chris commands the terminal lance of the Canadian military, to you, sir. Salut. Oh God, that stuff is fucking brutal, bro. John, my lungs CT scan of 2 weeks over. I'll say no significant change from last year. Good to hear. Absolutely good to hear.
You were saying you had to get a colonoscopy. I really should probably get one myself because probably a little over a decade ago now, my dad had colorectal cancer, but luckily he caught it when it was stage 1. That's why you get those things done.
Right.
So it's like I'm kind of in the same boat, that stuff's genetic. So, and my last one probably was shortly after, he had just beaten the cancer because I was like, well, I better get myself checked. But no, I've been putting it off again for the longest time. So I probably should schedule one myself.
Do you use the VA system or do you use private insurance?
No, I haven't. I use private insurance, but I think maybe if I'm going to schedule one, I should probably go through the VA. Why spend the extra money if I don't need to, I guess, after the insurance pays off their portion.
Yeah, Chris Benoit, we're going to try doing another fantasy baseball. Yeah, actually, I think we're going to probably February, I'll start working on that. Going to try and get at least 8 guys, if not 10. But I'm not going to run it. That's for fucking sure. We could probably talk Tim into running it because he's got time. But I don't have fucking time at all. If T didn't make it, I wasn't going to do the show. And we might be off next weekend. at least for the bar, because
Yeah,
it
Sammy's got that tournament nuclear, and unless all of a
Right.
sudden I come down with the flu too.
Well, you should
which I'm
definitely
hoping
come down
doesn't
with the
happen.
flu. No, I don't wish that on anybody for sure.
No,
But yeah, Chris, we'll
especially
probably.
she got it bad. I don't want what she's got.
Well,
I mean,
Chris,
if-
of course, you're
if
going to
I-
be one of the people
if I
invited.
could get it,
Of course, you're going to be
if I
invited.
could get it, and then it took away what she's got going on, then sure I'd take it. But that's
I
not
don't
how
know,
it
man.
works.
I don't know, man. Honestly, like, I feel bad when they're sick, but like they bounce so quick. They bounce back so quick. And
Yeah, true. She's a teenager, so
you know,
That'll-
last week I'm burning through PTO like it's going out of style right now. Because last week or 2 weeks ago we had the snowstorm. We got about 10 inches here in Cincinnati. So I was off Monday, Tuesday, went back to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then everybody got sick that weekend. I didn't get it till Sunday. And I was off Monday and Tuesday again. And now I'm off. So I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now I'm working Monday. This week I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And I'm off Friday because I got the colonoscopy. Our anniversary is on February 3rd. But we're doing the dinner at Jeff Ruby's Sunday. I'm gonna try and talk to my boy who's the assistant manager, assistant GM, and see if we can get it on Saturday, so I don't have to take Monday off. And then I got to do that other scan. Then I'm taking off for the Super Bowl. Bill's supposed to be coming here sometime in February. That's going to be a fucking at least a day. So the only good thing is I switched my shift. I'm working 6 to 2:30 now, which is a bitch on Monday morning if I drink on Sunday. But I get home at like 3 o'clock. So that's pretty fucking awesome.
that's pretty similar to what I work. I mean, that's what I work when I'm on regular time, but we've been on overtime lately, so I've been starting at 5 instead of 6. But yeah, that's the same shift I work, 6 to 2:30 on the regular.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. You know, it's great to get off that early, but it's a fucking nightmare to get up in the morning. And of course, I'm always fucking on the verge of a panic attack about being late. You know, just because that's how we roll. And like it's just it is what it is. It's life. Dean, I did the shit test from the VA. They sent me a letter saying it was abnormal schedule calls. I didn't do it. PCP said it was normal. Okay, well there you go. All right, so to knock out obviously we got to talk about one thing before we get to stupid internet videos and the memes. Like I said, I'm pretty fucking tired, but who knows? I might hit a second win. I doubt it. But we got the inauguration coming up in 2 days, right? They moved that shit indoors. What do you think about that? It's gonna be cold.
I wonder. I mean, publicly they're saying it's because of the cold. I wonder how much of it is the fear of a drone attack. I did see the presidential motorcade today had some kind of anti-drone devices attached.
Oh yeah, dude, they're all set up on that. I mean, you know, you wonder where the fucking Pentagon loses a bunch of money. It's usually because some dude knows some dude who's working on a system and throws in the money, and that's how you fucking feel that shit. And that's good. It's good that we got that technology. The Brits figured out a really neat way to do it. This guy, I can't remember the name of the system. He's on the Sean Ryan show. He's got a system out. So it's like everything, man. It's like, the arms race is always offense and then counter offense, defense. And then somebody figures out to get around that. And then you figure out how to, block that. And it's fucking, since some dude picked up a rock, another dude figured out if you fucking carved out a fucking little pocket in a stick and you fucking put it back and winged it, you get it like 5 times farther. And then somebody else figured out arrows, and then it just keeps going like that. At least he said so. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's a hard target to start off with. Not something I'd try and hit as a terrorist. I don't care how much fucking publicity you get for it. It's just, you gotta remember, these people roll with low risk, high reward. You know, I mean, the entire budget for 9/11 was $500,000. So,
Yeah.
just saying. What I'm worried about personally is is something popping off in the protests there, and just
Well, yeah, I mean,
general domestic terror. General
you can
domestic
control
terror
more
attacks around
things
the
if you're
country.
indoors. So
Absolutely, but
those threats as well. But like
unless
I listened
you're in Russia, then they're at, or Paris. Well, those weren't secure events. I would say that, but like what I'm worried about is and if you are a high strung motherfucker like me, and a lot of veterans are probably not as bad as me, but man, you got to look at I've watched a lot of Sean Ryan lately, and I'm pulling back because he has so many people on that fucking show that scare the fucking shit out of me. Like, just scared the shit out of me. Like Sarah Adams, you know who Sarah Adams is? She's a CIA target. If you've seen 13 Hours, Secret Soldiers of Benghazi, or if you've read the book, she's the French American chick. And in real life, they didn't do a really good job portraying her in the movie. That like at all. Like, she's way more of a badass in real life than she was in the movie. She's kind of a cunt in the movie. But that, and he had some chick on the other day that just came out, and I watched like the highlights of it on YouTube to see if I want to watch it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch this. It's just all bad shit, man. It's just like, and when I look, but you know what I started doing is I started pricing out ammo again, and I'm like, hey, we're buying more ammo and 2 more mags. And she's like, what? I was like, yeah, I want 6 full mags for my AR, 6 full with 300 to back it up. I got plenty for the shotgun, got plenty for the pistols. Gonna buy a new pistol. You want? I think I'm gonna trade in my HKP 30. I'll see if I can find what I want to get. Walther makes great fucking great weapons, great pistols. James Bond uses the Walther, right?
Yep.
Let's see if I can fucking hold on. Give me un momento, por favor. I gotta fucking find the damn. What is it? Oh yeah, here we go. So PDP. Okay, F Series 4. There we go. See if I can find a picture of it. I want a picture. There it is. Cool. So, wait a minute. Yeah, this is it. This is the one I'm going to buy. And it's fucking way cheaper than I thought it was going to be. That's what I think I'm going to pick up. So I got an HKP 30 right now. And it's a great gun, man. I shoot like a champ with it. I've got like fucking at this point now like 6,000 rounds of live and simulated rounds through it. Because I got this dry fire system that I use.
The Mantis.
Yeah, the Mantis. Yeah. And I'm only a couple of shots away from getting their top tier badge they give out. Dude, you know why I'm not going for that? You know why? You know how much it is, Dean? Take a fucking guess, bro.
Yeah,
my wife's
price has to play part of it,
Dude, so what Dean is talking about is a SIG P365 XL, right? So it's got a bigger magazine. Well, it's I think it was 15 or 16 plus 1. It's got better sights, it's all metal slide, everything. Well, the regular P365 is, anyways, but it's a fucking great gun. But it's $1,200 fucking dollars. Yeah, like at best $1,400 probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I found this gun.
You're not gonna find it for under $1,000, basically.
I found this gun for like between $600 and $700. And I bet if I go to a gun show with cash, I can pick it up for like $550, $525. Just hand the guy. Just wait till the end of the day, and just fucking here's fucking whatever. Here's $550. Give me the fucking gun and 2 mags. Let's go. because I even took my wife's gun, her P365, her SIG P365 that I took it out of her purse. I bought it for her. And I held it. I'm like, no, it is just way too fucking small. Way too fucking small for me. Like, I have hobbit hands. I do. Like, I'm not a big hand man. I'm not. I'm 5'11". I'm more like 5'10" now. But I don't have big hands. And so in the HK P30s, it's perfectly fine for me. It feels great in my hand. And I shoot well with it, but it's funny. I actually shoot better with my wife's pistol. I like the trigger better. But this, I'm gonna go check out. I'm trying to find a Ranger on here that has one that'll let me, shoot. Find one that's used, new used, however you want to say it, and then try it out. And if I think, because I looked up a bunch of reviews on it, watched Colion Noir's review of it, and I think it's a perfect fit for me, because one of the problems is with my HKP 30 is it is fucking so hard to conceal this motherfucker. Even with the little gadget I put on my holster, if I don't wear 2 shirts or like a Dickie shirt or like a loose fitting button up shirt, like it just prints. It just does. Well, most people don't see that, but if you're looking for it,
yeah,
you're gonna see it.
I was looking at some concealed carry vests recently. They look kind of just like a regular denim or leather vest that you'd wear, like, but then they got the built-in holsters in the inside. I wonder how something like that would work if you could fit a little bit bigger of a weapon in there.
I don't know. If you get one, let me know. Do you carry every day, or I carry to work? I'm still debating, to be honest with you, if I can actually legally carry at work, because I think I'm legally allowed to carry, even though they have a sign posted. What the sign says, and it says it everywhere. It says not allowed to carry on this premises unless authorized by law. Well, I'm authorized by law. Not only is Ohio a constitutional carry, but I have a carry and concealed license from the county. So, like, do I need to carry at work? I kind of would feel better if I could. I'm not a psychopath. You don't have to worry about me hurting innocent people. I would never in a million years do that. But it wouldn't.
Well, yeah, most people that have common sense realize that. It's the people that are like, no, you got to make everywhere a gun-free zone that don't realize it. And then if they find out you're carrying, then it's like, oh, it's a fucking big deal. It's like most people are just like, dude, I know this guy. He's not gonna fucking just start randomly gunning people down.
Yeah. I was talking to one of the higher ups at work, and I'm like, because we had our drills and all this shit, and then I'm like, I said, do you know who put this like policy, this training thing in? And he's like, no, I have no idea. I'm like, are you sure, or was it you? And he goes, no, I have no idea. I said, okay, well, the infinite stupidity of this drill, right? He goes, no. I said, you're doing an active shooter drill with everybody who's 99.99% going to be the person who comes in as an active shooter in this building. And you're showing exactly what to do. And nobody in this fucking building is armed. You don't see a fucking problem with that at all. Because I do. And he goes, you got a good point. He goes, but lawyers.
Yeah, if somebody's going to shoot up your place. Yeah, if somebody's going to shoot up the place you work, it's going to be somebody that works there. So
yes, and where are they going to come through? They're going to come through the warehouse. They're going to come through the shipping dock. They're not going to come through the fucking office, because you got to get buzzed in through every fucking door. They're going to come through and start shooting us up, and the higher ups in the fucking Ivory fucking tower are going to be fine because the goddamn blocks are magnetically locked and locked down. So everybody else, they're going to be fine. The company will carry on. Everybody else will be fucking dead though. I hate that shit, man. My 1911 A1 fits my hand perfectly. I just fucking need something small and a Kimber. You can get a mini Kimber. They make them. I mean, it's a Kimber, so it's like fucking a $2,000 pistol. And I don't see any reason buying a Kimber unless you're a competition fucking shooter or a goddamn Navy SEAL. There's no reason.
Timbers
You don't
are
need
nice.
it.
Timbers are nice to look at, though.
Oh
They are
man, they're
nice to
great
look
to
at.
shoot. They're great to
They're
shoot.
beautiful
fucking
guns. Yeah, they're great to shoot, but yeah, you pay for it.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm kind of excited about that because it depends on the tax return, what we're gonna do. Because I really want to get an AK this year too, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Because I just fucking love AKs. Like, I'm sorry, I love my AR-15 to death. I built it myself, everything but the trigger assembly, I assembled, and it's a great weapon. I love it to death, but goddamn, AKs are so much fun. The ammo, it's just stupid fucking cheap. And even my wife can fucking lock a magazine, rack it, and fucking shoot and hit a man-sized target at 100 yards. I watched her do it. She's like, I want to do it by myself. I'm like, okay. Every fundamental rule of marksmanship she broke. And she still hit the man-sized target at 100 yards. I'm like, all right, now can I show you? And she's like, yeah. And then she started at 100 yards, started putting. I mean, they weren't fucking this. They were, like this groups, but 5 or 6 rounds, she's got you. So, the AR, she's much better for sure. But I don't know. We'll see. I'd be happy to trade this in.
One of these days. Oh, go ahead.
Trade my HK in and just get a hell of a discount, and just get that Walther, for so many reasons. Because the one I'm looking at, I mean, it's a subcompact, but I think it is a 4-inch barrel too. So, I think it's like. Shit, I closed the window. I think it's 16+1, which is fucking amazing. Which is my HK is just 15+1. My wife's is 10+1, which for the size of it is fucking amazing. But it's too small for me. You know what I mean? It's just too small. But I don't know. I gotta go somewhere where somebody has it, put my hands on it, because I don't want to just buy it off the internet and then have it come home and I have the same problem with it that I have in my wife's subcompact. So, I don't know. We'll see. But back to the fucking inauguration. Did you, or just in the run up to it and everything, have you watched any of the confirmation hearings or seen any of the clips from them?
Yeah, a little bit. I've seen a bit of Hegseth. Well, like I said, I listened to a lot of talk radio during the week, so I hear the highlights.
It was pretty good. Pam Bondi did great.
Yeah, every radio host is going through those and looking through for the highlights. So
yeah,
you get all the stupid stuff that you got fucking Dick Blumenthal there trying to question Pete Hegseth. It's like, dude, you fucking lied about your service and Vietnam and stuff. It's like, dude, maybe sit this one out.
Yeah, maybe shut it the fuck up. Pete did good. Pam Bondi did well. Marco Rubio did well. Kristi Noem killed it. The former governor of North Dakota. Has Tulsi been up yet? South Dakota, sorry.
No, I don't think Tulsi's been up yet.
Oh, they're gonna come at her they're gonna come at her
Yeah.
so hard because she used to be a Democrat. Oh my god, it's gonna be ridiculous. And oh man, she's probably gonna go down as the hottest national intelligence director of all time. I said Tulsi's a hottie, man. I don't care what anybody says. She's a 10. She may not have the looks of a 10, but she's close. But chick can shoot and fucking work, and she work. Just come on, man. Like, she's a 10. She's a 10. She gets bumped up with all those other things. They're gonna come at her so fucking hard, so hard. So, but she's a smart chick, man. So I think she'll do just fine in that too. And I think Trump's gonna get pretty much everybody that he wants.
Yeah, Dean bringing up Bondi destroyed ship. Yeah.
Oh, she did.
Some of those highlights were.
Oh, she crushed him. Oh, by the way, you were the only person in the last there's been 3 people in the last 100 years in Congress censured, and you're one of them. He's such a little weasel fuck. Like, could you imagine? Like, I can imagine like going to a fundraiser or like say you got tickets because you're not fundraiser, you're a big donor. You get tickets to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and that dude comes over and shakes your hand. Like, how do you not go to jail? How do you not go to jail? Just grab him like, oh my, I would go in a sling with my right arm, shake his hand with my left, do a Trump, which is, Trump likes to pull people in and like put them in his face and just slip down a sling. Ding. Because that little chin is going down. I guarantee you hit that dude with any force, he's going to go, hit the ground, head hit the fucking ground. He's going to pee himself, start shaking. I mean, he is just a weasel, man. I mean, I don't like many politicians, maybe like 5 that I actually have any kind of sort of respect would probably have a beer with. That guy is just he is so bad. He is just him and Dick Durbin are some of the biggest soy boy pussies of ever. Like ever. I mean, they're just horrible people. Horrible. I mean, at least Nancy Pelosi has a decency to be drunk when she does stupid shit.
Oh, you know what I mean? The Redskins are up 21. Jeez, I did not see that. His hurt. Yeah, this was what I was laughing at when you were talking earlier.
Yeah.
His hurt so bad he needed a nap after. Yeah, did you see that Schiff did fall asleep in one of those hearings? Wasn't it the Bondi hearing? I forget. It was one of the hearings. He actually fell asleep in the hearing.
That's so pathetic.
Then you had Mazie Hirono also trying to come at Bondi during that. I think it was with Bondi, and she's like, well, if you would have actually met with me, you're the only senator that refused to meet with me. It's
right.
Oh, he's just get called out. Oh, I'm listening to you now.
Yeah. Well, fucking fuckface.
That Hirono made a fool of herself a few times.
She's on some kind of fucking drugs, man. She's on some hella drugs. That is 100%.
And then she tried asking Pete Hegseth about drinking in the UCMJ. She sounded like she was drunk when she was asking it. She was slurring her words.
Unbelievable.
Like,
but I can't wait to see what happens with Pete at the helm and Tulsi and everybody. I think it's, we'll see. I always, since the election, we're kind of running that Zen fucking mantra out there. We'll see, but I have hopes. So they're very tampered, but I'm not excited. I'm not rah-rah. I'm not. I gave that up about politics years ago. If you watched The Bar, you want to watch really old episodes, you can go to the VRS YouTube page. They're there. Oh my God, I was such a neocon and such a fucking rah, and now I'm just like, fucking could you just leave me the fuck alone and just fix things that are broken and stay the fuck out of my way. Just leave me the fuck alone right now. That'd be great.
That would be awesome.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Peter. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. I am more a little worried about terrorist attacks on day of.
Yeah, well, and that's why, when we were talking about the inauguration stuff, would it being moved indoor earlier? I brought up the drone stuff too. I listened to a lot of Dan Bongino too, and he used to be in the Secret Service, and that's been his big thing, is he's been worried about something going on with drones too. So he seems to know his stuff because that's what he used to do. So if he's worried about it, I'm like, yeah, that's probably something I should be a little worried about too.
Yeah, it's man, I think if and there's a lot of scary things going on. Apparently Al Qaeda, ISIS, and the Taliban are all kind of working together. Russia's allegedly, providing some intelligence I doubt that part of it. I really, really doubt.
Yeah.
Putin is a crazy person, but not a crazy person. Like I don't know. That sounds contradictory.
He's a tactical crazy person.
Yeah, he's a spook, man, and you got to watch. Cool show. I know I'll go off on tangents. Welcome to the bar. Great show on Netflix called Turning Point, Cold War, and it's like 8 episodes or so. You should watch it. It's great, and it just explains everything going up, and then it runs into Putin. No, Putin was a mid-level KGB guy in if I get this wrong, I'm gonna fucking be an idiot. But I believe he was in Dresden, East Germany at the time, which was East Germany at the time, and when the wall was coming down, and they had decided to surround the Stasi headquarters. Right down the street was a house, big house, that was the KGB liaison office there. And they were like, "Hey, we know these fuckers over there too. Let's go surround that." That is why Putin acts the way he does. Part of the reason why he does is because he thought that was unacceptable, that the Gorbachev and Moscow regime should just clamp down and start smoking people, and like the Chinese did later on in Tiananmen Square in I can't remember when they did that, but anyways, it explains Putin. It really does. And if you get a chance, read his fucking I think it's his autobiography. I think it's called, can't remember what it's called, but I'm definitely going to try and read it. It's interesting. But anyways, if I'm Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Taliban, Haqqani network working, I'm not going hard target ever. I'm doing soft shit, and I'm doing it all over the place. And I'm going to try and do it all at the same time. Like, I'm not going to hit embassies and then try and do homeland. I'm going to do homeland attacks. I'm going to have a bunch of guys clack off in supermarkets at 6:30 on a Friday. I'm going to have a truck drive across. I'm going to have trucks, like one truck across 3 major bridges going across the Mississippi. I'm going to blow those and do that all at the same time. I'm not going after DC. I'm not going after FBI headquarters. I'm not going to tip off everybody, put everybody on alert by hitting an embassy or a warship. That's stupid. I mean, you think these guys didn't fucking figure this shit out at this point? Like, yeah, I think they have. And they pulled off shit in Russia. They pulled off shit in France, and it fucking locked the fucking place down. Russia's different because they're a whole different kind of white people. But the French, but you do that shit here, fucking man, people are going to pull their kids from school. I mean, like, I asked my wife, I'm like, how do I research, or who do I ask about our school's plan for something crazy happening? She's like, I'm not sure. I'm like, well, that's a fucking problem. You should probably figure that out. And I don't understand why. And if I find it like horribly hole-filled, I'm like, hey guys, I'll go to school at night. I'll work at the school all day. And then I'll go to school at night. I'll pay for it. And I'll become a teacher in it'll probably take me like 3 years. Finish my degree and get all the fucking credentials and all that shit. And so I could teach history or something there. And which would be what I would want to do and probably be best suited to do. But I would be armed and be able to put in security procedures that are beyond what you guys have. Because I tell you what, I went to the concert that my son did for Christmas, and I was like, you're fucking kidding me, right? I'm walking around the parking lot. I'm like, fucking seriously? Like, there's no metal detectors. There's no lock, remote control lockdown locks on anything. And I'm like, and this place is right. Yeah, no, it's just bad. I'm just not comfortable with it. But I don't think we have one, dude. It's a private Catholic school. I don't think we have a safety resource officer there. I guarantee you we don't.
I was actually just looking up a story because Dean put that in there. So yeah, asking the school resource officer. Well, the community next to us, actually, the school resource officer there was actually recently sentenced to 2 years in prison for bestiality charges.
What?
I think I brought this story up actually when the guy was initially arrested a little while ago. But yeah,
bestiality. What was he doing? Fucking cows?
He was fucking the family dog.
Oh,
he had videos of it on his phone. So he got
What's
his
wrong
phone
with
actually,
people.
His phone actually got looked into at first because he was having an inappropriate relation with a senior at the high school there, apparently.
Oh, God. Was
so
he at least 18 years old?
The girl was 18, yeah, so it was a senior. But they didn't release the name of her, even though she's an adult. But yeah. So while they were investigating him for this investigation on the inappropriate relationship, which apparently he was sending like nudes with his uniform in the background and stuff from within the school to her or something. That was one of the things on there. But they also found videos he was uploading to the dark web on the internet of him banging the family dog. So then he got the bestiality charges as well. They just found him guilty on here. I got the article here. November 26th. Yeah, he was sentenced to 2 years for bestiality.
Jesus Christ. Dean, could you imagine Minnie's a teacher? You don't know when Pearl happened. Just start fucking running. I'll let you know when I get tired. Oh,
the other thing is, he was the resource officer at Kewaskum, but he lived in Campbellsport. That's the town my kids go to school in.
Oh, that's great. No, dude, I think I'd be a bomb ass history teacher. I really would, because I love it. I'm passionate about it. The hard part about being a teacher for sure would be like, just learn how to do it. Basically, like doing lesson plans, how to schedule out a whole, year, semester, quarter, whatever you want to call it. That would be hard for me being organized because I'm a chaos manager, not an organizer. But I could definitely do it. And I've looked into it. Because I'm supposed to Michelle's on my ass, but see this VSO about filing for my disability through the VA. And then Lunchbox has told me about this program with the VA called Voc Rehab, which is where they'll pay you to go back to school to get a degree because you can't do the job that you are doing. And so that might be something. I don't know. We'll see. These are my daughter's some numbers etched on the outside of the windows. And during the recent renovations, always all got several dog legs to decrease the line of sight. I like that. Yeah, that's cool. All right.
As long as it wasn't, the Kewaskum School resource officer that designed those dog legs.
Right. Exactly. All right. We'll definitely get into some more shit later, I'm sure, or maybe not. But time for some stupid internet videos. I found this one. It's pretty PC as far as what I consider as far as intrusive thoughts, because my intrusive thoughts, we'll talk about it after the video. I'm just going to play the fucking video because it's fucking funny.
What would happen if we just start right now? Oh my god! What if we died?
What's that? Oh, nothing. Just cutting the peppers.
Odds to get up on stage and dance like a chicken? 0. Oh, you're so boring!
Okay, the package.
Thank you.
Fine. Here.
Kiss him. What? No. Fine. Punch him in the face. Throw it! Throw the egg! Push him in. That'd be kind of funny. Do it. No. Don't even think about it. What happened if we just start? Right?
I like that. I like that. Yeah. If you get 30% or more for free, okay. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I know it's gonna be a bit. I mean, like, I have my knee documented in Marine Corps service. I have my shoulder documented. I have my back documented. So we'll see. I don't know. I know it's a long, drawn out process. But you know, I don't know. I just got to get there and do it and sit down with this dude and get it done because it needs to happen. Needs to happen. Man, I'm gonna kick Blue in the box the next time I see her. I love you, but I set some of this shit up tonight mostly for maximum effect against Blue because I know her funny bone, and so the memes are gonna be forewarned. They're gonna be very punny heavy.
Yeah,
but,
and I didn't get a lot of memes this week.
Dude, don't worry. I've got like 6,000 of them. It's fine. So, what would you rather hear first? A demotivational quotes for people who hate inspirational quotes, or what the fuck is with the English language in silent letters?
I like they used to have those demotivator posters. I like that stuff. So
all right, let's do that. We'll do that. We'll do that first. All right. This is fucking great. So, see what happened was, no, the fucking 4th Marine Division has my medical records and my SRB down in New Orleans. So unless they want to spend the time to go down there and burn them, I think I'm good. But yeah, here is demotivational quotes for people who hate inspirational quotes.
Demotivational quotes. Every failure is a success when you self-sabotage. You will be okay, or you won't. One of those. You are not alone. People are everywhere, with their stupid problems and shitty attitudes.
Yes.
You only wish you were alone. A 1,000-mile journey starts with one step. Then again, so does falling in a ditch and breaking your neck. If you never try anything new, you will miss out on many of life's great disappointments. You have survived all of your worst days. Your prize is more bad days to survive. Today is the first day of the rest of your life, but so was yesterday, and look how that turned out. Motivational quotes. Every failure is a success.
That was pretty good. I like that. That was good. How about
I remember back in the day, there was a website called demotivators.com, and it was like just all those like motivational posters, but then they put like negative stuff on there.
Do you know one of the first Facebook groups I ever belonged to way back in the day? I'm talking like this is just a few years into Facebook, and I was bartending in Chicago and doing all kinds of crazy shit. Half of it with Pook. I'll never forget the one time we went to pick some stuff up. It was stuffed animals, by the way. It wasn't just stuff. It was stuffed animals in a Chicago warehouse, and I was like pretty sure we're gonna get smoked on either into the warehouse, and then we got it, and then or out the way, and we were picking up stuffed animals for those pin boards. You remember pin boards, right? You get $5 to the bartender, and she pulls a pin or a thing off. Yeah, what are they called?
Jeez, yeah, I can't remember the exact.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
There's a big bar thing, big dive bar thing in the Midwest, and we were doing that for a minute. And man, this was during this time, and we did a lot of sketchy shit, me and the Pook Dog. But it was fun. It was good times. But
Yeah, along with Barred Ice and
Yeah,
other
yeah, yeah, yeah. You had those games. So, all right. Science or fucked up Harry Potter?
I'll go to the science one.
All right. I love this. This is one of my favorite dudes in the whole world. He's been on Joe Rogan like 4 times. He's an English, I believe he's theoretical astrophysicist. I'm not 100% sure on that. But when I went up by was it Dayton? God damn it, where does Dean live? Fuck, I'm trying to think. Oh, Akron. Akron, up by Akron. Because that's where my aunt lived.
Played for Gerard. His kid played for Gerard because he used to post all the football photos. I enjoyed that. You know, I always talk about Sammy's sports stuff, so I enjoyed seeing Dean's son's football stuff too.
Me and my dad listened to all his podcasts that he did with Joe Rogan, and my dad was like, "Oh, this guy's fucking awesome." I'm like, yeah, I know. He's fucking crazy, right? He's not crazy, but he's brilliant how he takes the almost impossible to understand and make it like, you know, available for dummies like me.
That if you travel close to the speed of light, so if you had a spacecraft traveling close to the speed of light, then distances shrink from your perspective. The one number I always have in my mind is at the Large Hadron Collider at CERN, the protons go around a ring, which is 27 kilometers in circumference, and they go around at 99.999999% the speed of light, so close to the speed of light. At that speed, distances shrink by a factor of 7,000. And so that ring is something like 4 meters in diameter to the protons.
Whoa.
So according to laws of physics, if you can build a spacecraft that goes very close to the speed of light, you can shrink the distance to the Andromeda Galaxy. And so you could traverse across that distance in principle in a minute, according to physics. However, the downside is that if you came back to the Earth at that speed to tell everybody what you'd found, at least 4 million years would have passed on the Earth.
Oh boy.
So we could, in principle, explore the galaxy and beyond, but getting to chat to everybody about what you found is forbidden.
Yeah. Doesn't that fuck you up? That's why I love astrophysics. I get physics on a basic level, and astrophysics to a certain point makes my head smoke. Like, just pours out of my ears. I just put on order. I got a Kindle for Christmas, and I'm reading the Gulag Archipelago by Andrew Solzhenitsyn right now, you should read that book. It's fucking tea. You really should read it. It's one of the 10 books you should read before you die. But I would love to read, shit like The Brief History of Time by what is it? It's Stephen Hawking, and then Neil deGrasse Tyson did one, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry, like stuff. I want to read that stuff. I love it. I'm infinitely curious about that because I have a very hard time understanding it, I guess. But man, that blows my mind when they talk about like stuff like, have you ever heard of the Fermi paradox, right? Like, which is, it's funny. I watched a 45-minute video on the Fermi paradox by this guy, this astrophysicist from Britain, who's way too pretty and way too good looking and smart to be like, those guys are supposed to be like butt ugly and like, whatever, pocket protectors over their computer, right? And this dude, I'm fucking 100% straight man, but that guy's fucking pretty. I'm just saying. And it's called Cool Worlds, I think, is a YouTube channel. You should check it out. And he talks about that shit. But imagine that. So here's the thing: we create something that can go 99.99999% the speed of light, and we go to the Andromeda Galaxy. By the time we come back, it's 4 million years later. And I read a book one time when I was in the Marine Corps. I read it at Redstone Arsenal. It was just a random book I picked up in the community room at the barracks, and it was a sci-fi book about a war and how. And it was the first time I ever come across something like that, where like the humanity went to fight a war. They had figured out light speed basically. But by the time they won the war and they had come back, the Earth was like 10 million years older. It's this civilization and culture was him, and so they were a cast of people that were like pitied upon because everybody had advanced so much further. And ships and research and everything, they had sent out multiple waves of these while they were going out fighting this war. By the time they came back, they had done all this other shit. And they're like, what do we do with these people? Like, well, I mean, they were the first ones out there, pioneers. We need to take care of them. So they kind of like lived their lives on this. I don't know where they put them, but it was somewhere really nice and beautiful and pretty and whatnot. But it was like the end of it was like, you know, I'm so depressed because I don't, besides the people I did this with, there's nobody I can relate to. Everybody is different. Humanity passed me by. And it was crazy.
Everybody's dead and their entire generations are wiped out.
Right. This is great. I found fucking Blue. I'm going to kick her in the box. No, I'm not. I love her. Can't wait for that wedding. But this is I've never seen anybody do this before. Is they fucked up Harry Potter so good, it was just amazing. What they did is they bleeped out random shit in Harry Potter. So it sounds dirty as shit.
Right.
We will be animals.
With any luck, this could well be the day the biggest of my career. And you will not it up.
I think you slipped the into Ginny Weasley's.
You, my cat.
Oh.
I wouldn't expect you to me. Who would ever ugly, miserable, moping, moaning Myrtle?
To train you all up, in case you ever need to yourselves, as I myself have done on countless occasions.
Make sure that Crab and Goyle these.
Curiously, Lucius, several of them were under the impression that you would our family.
What do I do now? You wait here and try and some of this rock so we can get back through. I'll go on and Ginny. Sir, I wonder if I could that.
I mean, that's funny, right? Like, I mean,
yeah, that was good.
Because your mind automatically goes to what? The dirty. Yeah, the dirty, the fuck, the shit. Yeah, like, so I thought that was fucking pretty great. Why is my keep looking for this videos and they keep coming up? Oh God, do I really want to do this to somebody? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Let's do it.
It's bad. This is to my credit or discredit, I didn't discover Ren and Stimpy till I was out of the Marine Corps. And I was bartending in Chicago and living with a DJ who's still a good. We're friends. We weren't as good friends as we used to be, but how do I put this? We would generally, I got him into my bar that I worked at to do music, DJ. And then on my off nights, he would do, he would work a day job and he would work, he fucking gangstered it. He'd work like five days a week. He would work 6-7 nights a week, nights DJing, just, $150 for a bar, a couple $100,000 for a club. He would just work it, but we always got off pretty much at the same time, basically. And so we'd come home at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we would smoke copious amounts of the marijuana. And we would watch Adult Swim and stupid shit and like Ren and Stimpy. And that's when he introduced me to Ren and Stimpy. And I fucking love Ren and Stimpy. And just to torture anybody who's still watching.
Happy.
Happy, joy.
Hello, boys and girls. This is your old pal, Stinky Whizzleteats. This is a song about a whale. No! This is a song about being happy. That's right. It's the happy, joy song. Happy, joy, happy, joy. Happy, joy, happy, joy. Happy, joy, happy, joy. I don't.
That's all as much as I can take. I love that though.
You're talking about the Adult Swim in there too before playing the video. I keep getting this advertisement when I listen to the radio at work for this Elian Gonzalez podcast, whatever, talking about. You remember that whole thing?
I remember that whole thing. Yeah,
there's like a podcast about it, and I can't with Adult Swim. I can't not think about that skit on a Robot Chicken where they had Walt Disney come back from.
Oh
God!
God!
Like a fucking octopus robot, and all he wanted to do was eat Elian Gonzalez, and then the fucking Fidel Castro shows up behind a fucking hill and shoots him in the fucking head, and it's like, I love doing that. Every time I hear that commercial, I go to that Robot Chicken skit. I can't hear the name Elian Gonzalez and not think of that.
Think of all the shit that went on during the Clinton era. Think about it. That happened. Elian Gonzalez happened, right? Then you have Waco.
Yep.
Nobody went to jail for Waco. Nobody.
The Janet Reno dance party.
Oh my God, Will Ferrell with that shit. Oh my God.
Saturday Night Live skits. Get on my back and watch me do push-ups.
Oh, here we go. Here's a little Jordan Peterson for that ass because I love this dude.
People read the history of Nazi Germany. They always think they're Schindler. They always think that they're the person who would have saved Anne Frank in the Netherlands. They never read history as a perpetrator. I wouldn't have done that. It's like, did you watch people during the pandemic? In Canada, 30% of my neighbors were thrilled that they had the opportunity to inform on the people around them. Thrilled. They would have worn those goddamn masks for the rest of their life if the payoff would have been they could feel morally superior and informed.
True.
Yeah.
It's true, man. My wife she refused from day one. She wasn't wearing a mask. She's like, I'm not sick. And if I was, I wouldn't go out, but I'm not sick. So I'm no threat to you. And she got shit. She stood her ground. And she stood her ground way better than I would have. And I'll be honest, a couple times I had to go run errands and shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm just dodging this bullet. I'm just going to throw the fucking thing on, get my shit done, take it off, go back fucking home. I just don't want to deal with it. So there you go. But you get it. And the book I'm reading, I talked about it earlier, The Gulag Archipelago. It's one of the 10 books you should read before you die. By Andrew Solzhenitsyn, and you really need to read this. It is a crazy book, man. I'm only like 35, according to Kindle, I'm 35% of the way through it. It is crazy. It's all about the Gulag system in the Soviet Union, the purges, the mass arrests between basically 1937 and 1952, Stalin's death, basically. And it is insane. And this guy writes about the darkest, fucked up shit and explains it on a philosophical level and then makes fun of it at the same time. Does a lot of satire. It is amazing, amazing, amazing book. It's really good.
Yeah. with your 10 books you got to read before you die, are you gonna do Musashi Miyamoto's what is it, Seven Rings book after that? Then
it's Jordan Peterson's list. So if it's on there, I'm gonna read
that book's got to be on there somewhere. That's like one of the.
I mean, it runs. I've read Sun Tzu, The Art of War. I read a couple versions of it, but I'm definitely not up on it as I used to be. But I'll definitely read it again. One of the ones I would definitely recommend too is Ayn Rand. Forgot the name of the book already. Son of a bitch. Oh, Atlas Shrugged.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Atlas Shrugged.
Yeah, it's a famous one.
I was going to work the other day. This is great. I was going to work the other day. It's fucking 5:25 in the morning. I am not feeling good. And this guy blows around me on the right-hand side. I mean, it is fine. He's passing me. But we hit the light. And as he passes me, I see I am John Galt on the left rear of his bumper. And so we pulled a stoplight, and I pulled out my window. It's like fucking 10 degrees outside, by the way. And I'm like, hey. And he's like, what? I'm like, window. And he's like, I fucking love your sticker, bro. And he's like, thanks, man. You read the book. I'm like, hell yeah, I read them all, man. He's like, awesome. I was like, hey, good luck out there, man. He's like, you too, man. It was crazy. Let's see. You had to read that in decent. I only wore masks at the VA exam. Yeah, that's most of the time is I couldn't get in. They just won't let you.
Yeah,
we had to read in high school English class, Gulag Archipelago. Yep. And Atlas Shrugged. You read that in high school. That's fucking impressive. What was I gonna pull up? Oh yeah, because I need to take a fucking wicked piss. So this one's a little bit longer. I may cut it short when I come back, but this guy's pretty funny. He's pretty clean English comic. But I love making fun of the English language. Anybody who's learned it, you learn it native. It's different. You grew up in it. Everybody speaks it. Everybody knows the idioms and the idiosyncrasies. But to come over and learn it, it's hilarious, especially when you try and write it out phonetically. It's impossible. If you're not an English speaker and wasn't raised and taught how to read and write in English, and you come over and try and write it in English, it's fucking impossible because it just doesn't phonetically come out. It just doesn't.
Right.
There's so many words that just don't make any fucking sense. And this guy breaks it down pretty good. I played him before. Can't remember his name. He might be on there. I don't know. We'll see. But I got to take a fucking
The English language was created by English people. I don't know when, but we decided to get letters to form words so we can communicate. But we also decided to sprinkle, for no apparent reason, letters within these words that are silent forever. Why? Like the word hour, for example. Why is the word hour spelt with an H? Why is there an H? The silent H. Nobody has ever said, I'll see you in a hour. I'll see you in a hour. I'm just going to pick up a sandwich. I'll be back in a hour. Half a hour. Even half has an L in it. It's like half a hour. How long is the journey? About half a hour to a hour. The sandwich shop is half a hour away. It's a waste of everybody's time. The word subtle, would anybody object if it was spelled S-U-T-L-E? Not a single person would. But there's a B in the middle going, shh, just ignore me. Just ignore me forever. I'm silent. I've been left here, left behind. I don't know, I was destined for another word, baboon, but here I am with you. How I long to be in the word baboon where I have a purpose. Like all those words that should begin with N, but have a K of all the letters. Why would a K be silent? Knickers. Why is it Knuckles? Thinking about this, as you can probably tell, and I think we should have a day. We should have a day. Silent letter day. Where they all come out to play. It would be on a Wednesday. Sometime in the autumn. The autumn. Could be in February. I haven't seen this in time. Could be in February or the autumn. And we will spend the day together, families together, talking, and walking. We'll go for walks and climbing, knitting, a lot of knitting. People will save up their knitting to do on Silent Letter Day. And the knife is the only cutlery that you're allowed to use, the knife. No other cutlery is allowed on Silent Letter Day. Food is buffet style. You go along with your knife. There's salmon and swordfish and sandwiches and yogurt, and you use your knife. All the flavors are very subtle flavors. And the gnome will be the symbol of Silent Letter Day. Like Father Christmas, at Christmas, the gnome, everybody gives each other a gnome to celebrate.
I like that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good skit. I liked it.
Next one up. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that was creative with especially like my wife learning English and stuff. It's like
Right. Yeah. And oh my God. So for people who are like, why is Trump interested in Greenland? And I was curious about this myself. I started looking it up, and wouldn't you know, how do I put this? The quickest way the simulation could tell me what I was looking for and find it for me exactly was to make me go through it for about 30 minutes and then actually fucking show it to me. Like, oh, this is why. It didn't occur to me. And I always thought of myself as a pretty sharp geopolitical, strategic kind of guy as far as a fucking United States Marine, semi-college educated dude could be. Semi-well-read, I guess, ish. And I saw this clip and I'm like, oh, fucking get it. Totally get it now. So without further ado, and part due to the great Allison Janney, who is one of the hottest, skinny, weird chicks I've ever. I don't know why I fucking find her sexy, but I do. But yeah, this is pretty much it, man. This is why we want Greenland. And they're fucking warming up. If you haven't noticed it, they're warming up to it. They're like, probably couldn't hurt. Denmark kind of, they're happy, but they kind of suck.
The quickest way for Russia to penetrate our naval defenses is steaming from the Arctic to the North Atlantic. This is our military presence in the Arctic. These were Russia's Arctic military positions in 1995. Today, infantry, naval, radar, search and rescue, air defense, the biggest buildup since the Soviets fell. This is where we lost Russia's most sophisticated submarines in the North Atlantic for 3 weeks. This is where we found their Lashkarik submarine, which we noticed only because it caught fire. We have no idea how many more there are, but we think they're around here, 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 and here. This is Cregan. You know what Cregan is?
A nuclear submarine base in Scotland.
All of the UK's nuclear weaponry is housed at Cregan. It's what makes them one of the 9 nuclear powers. Also, it's the only base in Europe where we can dock our nuclear subs. It's the last place we have any hope of detecting a Russian sub before it's in the vast Atlantic barreling toward New York. Cregan is target 1 in the European theater of war. The Scots hate nukes, and they hate English overreach, but they really hate having a bullseye on their heads. If Scotland had gone independent, they would have Close the base. In a second. When we took our forces out of Iceland, Russian sub-activity skyrocketed, as did air incursions. When we pulled our combat brigades from Europe, anyone?
Russia annexed Crimea.
Is there a universe in which the United States could afford to lose the base in Scotland?
No. But you went to Margaret Royland.
So did you.
I didn't ask her to blow up a ship.
Neither did I.
There it is, right there. Greenland. Take pressure off the Scots. And in turn, take pressure off the UK, or basically Britain. And we've got a new place to deter Russia, which, God, yes, it's still a threat. They still operate nuclear submarines. Most of them are shit. We've got them all marked. We all know where they are for the most part. This is over dramatization of it, of course, to drive home the point. But there's a point to be made. And I think that I didn't think about it. Why they were, why Trump's going so hard for Greenland, and why they were like, absolutely not. And all of a sudden they're like, maybe. Yeah, let's talk.
That makes strategic sense, and plus, yeah, it's a win-win too, because we'll have access to a lot of natural resources that are up there as well.
Yeah, and fucking man, yeah,
And
absolutely.
Trump likes to troll people, so we can do some renaming.
I don't think
we can stick with the color scheme. It's named after a color, so let's go with Orangeland, and the capital can be renamed the Mara Igloo.
Yeah, and you know how many fucking like cool little agro fucking hotels things you can set up in Greenland for fucking American tourists who want to go fucking
Trump Tower, Greenland. Yes.
Like call it Trumpistan. No, we're not naming anything a stand. That's just the fucking rule, Dean. No stands. No more stands.
Yeah,
no more stands.
Stan's
nobody
a
wants
fucking asshole. Fuck that
stand. Every stand is an asshole. Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, fucking
Azerbaijan. That's not really a stand. But
stand.
Ends with an and.
This is a good reach. Yeah, no, done with stands. Done with trash stands.
Or just and in general.
But yeah, I'm fine with it. Hey, talk them into it. But buy them off. Fuck it. All right, let's get to the memes, man. Because we've done a lot of good talking. I like it. I have fun.
We're already almost an hour and a half in.
I know.
We haven't even started the memes yet.
I know. Should we start the memes or should we do more videos?
Yeah, let's
start the memes.
No, we can roll with it. Yeah.
So what do you want? Memes or videos?
Memes are good. We got
memes. Let's go to memes.
We got a lot more showing before we started the memes than I thought we were going to get in, actually.
Oh, I did too, man. I did too. All right, here we go. I used to be racist as fuck until the NFL paid to end racism in the end zone.
Yeah.
I saw this one today. I kind of thought I was going to save it. And I was like, I think T should be here. So, yeah, I'll just leave it. But, yeah, end racism. Okay.
Yeah, thank God they do this stuff, the NFL. They're making such a difference.
Yeah, you know how you do that shit? This is how you do it. This is how you kill racism. And how you kill it's always going to exist to a certain point, for sure, just because we're tribal fucking monkeys. But you just do cultural exchanges. You just do things like music groups, dance groups, theater groups, faith groups, Like one of the coolest things ever happened to me. I don't know if I ever told this story. Was wasn't too terribly long after Millicent passed away. Well, it wasn't. It wasn't that long after Millicent passed away, my second wife. And my uncle, basically, along with my dad, kind of made me come back, get off the couch, out of the bottle. Because I dived into a bottle like nobody had seen before. And if you knew me back in the day when this whole thing started, like with DV and then with the beginning of VRS. Holy shit. There were so many people like, are you all right? You gonna be all right? Like, I was drinking so much. It was insane. Like, I don't think I was sober for 2 years. Like, I mean, like, ever.
Like you didn't have like a minute.
No.
A second of sobriety.
I don't think so. I was either drunk or recovering from and still kind of intoxicated, like I guess legally, technically, whatever you want to call it. And I lost my train. I came back to it and I lost my goddamn train of thought again. Motherfucker, I'm the worst at this shit. What was I talking about before I started talking about my uncle's place? It doesn't matter.
Well, we started with end racism in the end zone.
Yeah, incident racism, and then we went to okay, I got it. I did a party. It was a Christmas party. It was early in December, and it was for, I shit you not, a lesbian church. Okay, all walks of life, all colors of the rainbow. And
so is lesbian sexuality or a religion?
Yeah, no, they were all lesbians and they had their own church. Now it was welcome to everybody, but they were like the core of it, right? And they found out, I don't know, like probably 30 minutes or so before the party was going to end, and they had a blast. I had a blast with them. They're great gals. Found out that Millicent had passed away. It was, at this point, it had been like maybe like 6-7 months. And they did a prayer service for me, put their hands on me and said a prayer for her and me. Now, most of these people are black, some Mexican, some white, but it was like, it was awkward as shit at the time, you know what I mean? And a little weird, but
they're all lesbians.
It was fucking awesome. It was super sweet. And it opened up my eyes to a lot of shit. And was like, oh my God, you know, like, why should I be like, you know, kind of these people? They just did this amazing thing for me. Now, all right, you know, some of them were pretty hammered, and that was basically my fault because I was a bartender, but it was fucking cool. It was super cool. It was great, you know, it opened up my eyes and shit. And that's how you end racism, not by fucking putting logos on shit. Senator Jack Reed, yeah, pretty close, man. Pretty close. Like,
I wonder what happened to him.
Oh, I don't really give a fuck. He's one reason he's a Democrat. He's been in the Senate for fucking ever.
I meant the Munster character. I was wondering what happened to him.
They canceled the show and he drank himself to death.
No, he's Jack Reed now.
Oh, okay. All right.
He hasn't aged at all.
No, adrenochrome's a motherfucker, right?
Well, I guess if you're a vampire, you don't age either.
There's my little vampire. That's Charlie Meow. That motherfucker is getting fucking... He's sitting... I love this cat, man. You got him. He's so tiny. And he just keeps growing and growing. He's got like an Arctic fox cat. Or Arctic fox coat on him. It's so thick, man. It's stupid. I left him outside last night. It was like 20 degrees. He didn't come in until like 9 o'clock in the morning. He was out for like 7 hours. He was just like, hey, what's up, man? Just walked inside. It was hilarious. He's a gay, and he's sitting on top of a snow pile on top of one of our bushes in front of the house. Just sitting on top of it. Just like, I'm good. Like, just surveying the whole neighborhood. He's hilarious. He's just got this funny face. He's got these beautiful yellow eyes. And he's my baby. He's supposed to be. He likes sleeping with the kids here and there at night because I move around too much. Carl doesn't really give a shit about that, but he loves sleeping with the kids because they just don't seem to move. I don't know, but he's a great cat, man. He's a gangster. That's nothing. Truck driver's living in the future. He's watching a trailer. I told Blue, I sent her a message. She was like, oh, no, I just can't do it. I'm like, you know, it sucks is like I went pun heavy on the memes. Like I selected people sent me or things I fucking harvested. I say harvest because I didn't steal them. I just harvested them. You know, I didn't make them my, you know, take the meme and then put it on my page and make it my own. I just put them on the show. Creepy recordings of orcas imitating human speech is leaving people amazed but extremely terrified.
Nice.
You know what's funny is though, it's like I've never seen them attack a human being. There may be a video out there. I just never seen it. I've seen them being curious, kind of messing around with you, but they don't seem to fuck with human beings. They like to fuck with your boats, but they are like the apex predator for sure of the ocean. They're gangster as shit.
I like the humans of the ocean.
Yeah. If you walk behind my car when my reverse lights are on and that's between you and God. Yeah. 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 Unfortunately, these days, like even my car is like, it's, you know, it's got the radar all around it and all that shit. And it's got the rear view camera. But like the most annoying thing about this car is, and I'm sure anybody who has the same system is, I'll be driving down the highway or driving down the state road on my way home from work, and somebody will pull off. I'll be in the right lane doing like 70 miles an hour. You know, it's like a 60-mile zone, but whatever. And they'll pull off to turn off, and my car sees them slow down from 70 to like 45, and my car instantly just fucking brakes itself. And I go from 70 to like 45 miles an hour. And the car behind me is doing 70. He's like, what the fuck? I'm like, fucking sorry. Just, it just didn't mean to do it. Like, oh. Yeah. So that part is fun. Gotta be aware of that. But sometimes I'm so tired when I come home. I'm just like, ugh. When it happens, freaking out. Starting bid, one Vicodin. Oh, God. I was there. Oh. Dude. Oh, let me tell you something. When I moved to Kentucky from Cincinnati, I broke up my girlfriend, and I remember that morning. What I did was, I literally woke up. I didn't sneak to this girl's phone. I woke up. Her phone was in the bathroom. I woke up, went to take a piss, saw her phone was there. I bought it for her. Little pink phone. And it was like, boom, it went off as I'm taking a piss. I look over, it's like, can't wait to see you again, baby. And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. Finished pissing, call my dad. Hey, can you help me find a place in the country? And maybe, you know, you've been down there for like 3 years. Maybe you know some people get me a job. He's like, oh, I'll look into it. I was like, well, you got like, can I move? Can I move in with you for like a week until we figure that out? And he's like, I guess, what's going on? And I'm like, well, I'll tell you when I get down there. Waited until about 9 o'clock, called the moving company, and gave them kind of a basic list of all my shit. And then went upstairs and talked to Bob, which is her dad. And we're staying there for the night, and because we were hammered, and it was a big family party thing. And I'm like, hey, I got some shit in the garage. Here's a release. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm breaking up with your daughter. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah. I was like, I don't want to get into it right now. He's like, okay. And I fucked off, moved down to Kentucky for stayed with my dad for a couple of weeks, got my own place. Managed a farm. It was a fucking great job. I was managing a horse farm and a huge property right on the fucking Ohio River.
Yeah, I was gonna say on the Ohio River, right?
We
talked about this before.
Oh, it's fucking beautiful, man. My fucking place was a tiny little. It was an old carriage house. It was a plantation property, and I lived above an old carriage house that was converted. The top of it was built on top and turned into an apartment, and it was gangster as shit. I'm gonna tell you what, like the fucking first night I was down there, and I had like my car full of shit, right? You know, I had my important shit, like some underwear, my booze, my weed, my some of my clothes, my entertainment system, one of my TVs, my PlayStation, whatnot. And I didn't have any of this shit unpacked. But the guy knew I was coming down, and he left me a welcoming present of a bunch of fucking moonshine, like a you know, a 24 pack of soda, you know, that you carry out. Yeah, it was just full of moonshine bottles. So I hit that, and I go out there. And the first night I'm there, that girl picked me up. Now, one of the reasons I'm not carrying like 40 diseases is we go back to my dad's place. He was actually still recruiting for trucking companies. He was off. I don't know. I think he was in Missouri for the weekend, and things got a little fun. And she pulled my fun parts out and then ripped my dick with my zipper. So
like there's something about Mary where how'd the Frank get above, or how'd the Bean get above the Frank?
Close, not like that bad, but like scraping the edge. Like it was bad. Like it was painful as shit. And I was drunk. Yeah, it was bad. It was so bad, and it just killed it. And then like I go to the bar like 2 days later, and one of the guys that's like a regular there, he's like, "Hey, I'm so and so," and he turned out to be a vet. Turned out to be one of my best friends there, and he's like, "Yo, you dodged a bullet." He asked what happened, and I told him, and he goes, "You dodged a bullet." And like, she's a Viking chick. I'm like, "What's that?" It's like, "Oh, all these girls down here, they're all about the fucking pain pills and shit like that." I'm like, "Oh." Well, yeah, that never would have worked out because I fucking suck at pain pills. Like I'm rubbish with them. They make me barf. Like if I don't get prescribed an anti-nausea medication, Tylenol 3 will make me vomit.
Yeah.
Tylenol 3, which is like the weakest painkiller narcotic painkiller you can get. It will make me puke. So I was never meant to be a heroin addict, thank God.
You know what I was watching? I was watching the last couple of days is old episodes of Chappelle Show, so this is like got me serious Tyrone the Crackhead vibes. Like,
yeah,
peanut butter and Vike sandwich.
Yeah, baby. Now I'll have to say this though, I've had a couple of surgeries. Like probably the worst one was the one that comes to mind always is like when I had my appendectomy and I had some hernias that they decided to take care of at the same time. Thanks to my wife mentioning, like, "Hey, by the way, you know, look at this," and like, "Oh shit, we can fix all this shit at the same time." I'm like, "All right, go ahead." Didn't know because I had one umbilical hernia and another one in my abdominal, but it was like tiny. It wasn't a big deal, nothing that protruded or anything like that. But still, it was all core shit, right? So I was shut down for like 2 months.
Yeah,
and they just and I didn't think they were going to do this, but they kept prescribing. They started me out oxycodone, then it was Oxycontin, then it was Vicodin, and then it was Tylenol 3, and then it was Motrin. But that was like 2 months where I was like,
yeah, with that I was gonna be like, yeah, like 72 days later.
Yeah, they kept giving me shit. They're like, "No, you need to take these." I'm like, "Okay, I'll keep taking them." I was fried for 2 months, like it, but I was taking multiple anti-nausea meds every day. And so like at one point it became kind of fun. I'm like, "Oh, I'm done. I'm good. I'm just going to go to the Motrin." Just threw shit in the fucking toilet and called it a day. I was like, this is going bad. I can see it going bad already. Big Bird continues to masturbate while making eye contact with elderly woman, even while she dials 911. Oh, Big Bird. Come on, bro. Or Bonza Taco. That is all. Carry on. That's stupid. No.
4-pound taco. Wow.
Yeah. That's just a taco. That's a taco salad.
You need a couple bottles of hot sauce for this.
Yeah.
One bottle of Tapatio is not going to do it.
I don't know. My boy at work has got he bought a quart of it. I think it's a quart.
Yeah,
it's like big. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like that's not Tapatio, is it? That's like
it's
Valentina
it's
or or something.
No, it's Tapatio.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll tell you what he told me. He was he's going to the store and he's signing on hot sauces, and he was standing there. He got his liquor, he got his beer, and it was all the Mexicans, Latinos, whatever, you know, on a judge. They just started raiding the Tapatio. And he's like, "Oh, that's what I'm buying." I'm like, all right, there you go. That's just a picture of a sandwich because I felt like putting a picture of a sandwich up there.
All right.
Morgan Muffle, German. Person who is grumpy in the mornings and doesn't like to wake up early. Yeah, that's me,
Okay,
man.
well,
And
yeah, I
that's
guess that'll work for me.
I pass that trait on to both my kids. Like Edith and James are the worst morning people ever. They're so funny. Like because of what I've been going through, I've been waking up a lot early and often, unfortunately, and it's gotten a lot better. But I still wake up at like probably 6 o'clock at the latest every morning, and I'm up for a few hours and I go take a nap. But it's funny to see them come in and like they just jump on me. And the other night I had both of them just cuddling on me, and they're just miserable. Like, I'm like, you guys think mornings suck, right? Edie's a repeater. Edith is a repeater. She's saying, "Mornings suck, Daddy." Okay, that's fine. Yeah, they do suck. When your circle's small, but you're all nuts. Oh, see how I skewed some of this shit to blue? Like, I thought she'd blow her mind on that one.
Fucking squirrels.
Mark Zuckerberg, who fucked an ostrich, now announces Meta will stop fact checking. That one was for you. Come on, T, enlighten the people.
This is going to take out like 3 or 4 guys.
And it's got to be a sick ostrich, right?
Yeah, it's got to be a sick ostrich. Obviously.
I knew you would get it.
Fucking ginger in boots.
Fucking ginger.
I mean,
boots,
obviously,
man.
yeah. They should have put Zuckerberg in boots on this picture. Like he's already a ginger. Right? His hair kind of looks ginger on this picture. We just need
you know what?
Legs
Though?
with
Yeah.
boots kicked up on the fucking table.
And I'm gonna push back a little bit because I'm half ginger, obviously. But
I'm just saying to make the joke.
No, I know. And I made a ginger. I made one, which is proof, in my opinion, that God is real. And he, in the he sense, he or him has a sense of humor. Because I chased redheads my whole life. I married 2 of them. And he's like, hey, you asked for a healthy, happy child. You want a girl, here you go. But she's going to be a redhead. Good luck, motherfucker. And T, if you ever get down here, I really hope you do. Maybe we get figure something out where we get Dean and Blue down here and just do a show like all of us in a room. It'd be great. But you meet Edie, as we call her, Edie Bear. She is the quintessential redhead, man. I think she's a very pretty girl, but I'm a dad. I'm biased, you know. But Michelle cleans houses for a living. Now it's becoming more and more / part-time, full-time because I can't work overtime right now. But she meets these clients, new clients, and they're like, "Oh, I want to know about them." So she shows them the family. She's like, "Oh my god, your girl's so cute. You're gonna be in so much trouble because Edie's got red hair and blue eyes. Like that's just fucking wrong, right? Like that's just wrong. It's just wrong."
Well, I like to drink quite a bit, and my bit of karma. Yeah, my daughter's golden birthday will be her 21st.
Oh, of course. There you go.
March 21st is her birthday. So.
Oh man, that's great.
We're in the same boat, bro.
Yeah. You're a good guy because you don't qualify your requests from the Almighty, whatever it is, the universe, Muhammad, God, Vishnu, Yahweh, whatever the fuck it is, and they're like, "All right, we got you. No worries, player. However, you didn't qualify your remarks, so here you go, bitch. Rock and roll." Oh, 9 out of 10 men prefer big boobs. The other men prefer the 9 men. I mean, all right. My wife has large tracts of land. I've dated girls with large. I married one with large tracts of land. I dated a girl. To me, it's always been a matter of luck, and I don't know. Like every girl, honestly, every girl that I ever dated, there was something that I had that just tipped me off. They're like, I must have this, and I went and I got it. I dated very tiny petite girls. My second wife was tiny, and could outshoot half the Marine Corps, man. I mean, she was a gangster. She would doll it up at night, and she would go hunting with me. But she was tiny. She had tiny little boobies. They were great. They absolutely defied gravity. They were amazing. So, I mean, it is what it is, you know. I had a friend, Tony, that worked with at Jeff Ruby's, and he lived with me for a while on the farm, and great guy. He was all about ass, man. He didn't care. Bee stings in the front, big ass. He was all about it. You know, it could be a 5 in the face, a 1 in the tits, and a 10 in the ass, and he was all about the fucking that girl. That's all he cared about. And I was like, you know, to each his own, whatever. But to me, it's always been like, there was something about you that I just had to like go for. Like my wife, throwing my Cubs hat on the ground and stomping it down. And then I don't know how many months or weeks later it was, and then she told me I was taking her home, and then you know, we moved in and got married, and it's our 7th anniversary coming up next month. So necromancer that doesn't know they're a necromancer and thinks they're really just a good EMT. That's the funniest thing I've ever read. Yeah, that is great. I love that one. Like, yeah, you can raise the dead to the living, and you're an EMT. You don't even know it. Like, that would be fucked up. Emotional support dumpster fire. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, that's me. My mom actually bought me this shirt when I was doing crazy shit after the Marine Corps. There was that shirt. Just, you know, without the little crochet thing, which I think is cute as shit.
Yeah. The crochet thing was what I was focusing on.
Right. I was the knight no one expected to see on the battlefield that day. Surprise.
I like that.
Yeah. Fucking blue,
They
man.
They should have added that character to the Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh, let's see.
It would have been a funny little character just to add on to that.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Appalachian.
We got an extra Knight of the Round Table. Surprise.
Sorry guys, I'm like no lies detected this meme. There you go. It's hard for me to catch up with the comments of the memes, but I'm trying. Na Batman. That's great, man. I think that's great. Why women hate checking their private messages. Guess how many dick pics I've sent in my entire life, T?
3.
1.
Of
Sent
course.
1. And it was requested. And she was like, I sent it, and she's like, are you grower or shower? I'm like, what the fuck do you think? I'm like, I'm a grower. She's like, oh, good. When can I come over? I'm like, fucking really? That was that easy? Okay. Oh, I'm a grower, not a shower, ladies, but I am off the market, so no worries there. Have you discovered everything about this alien race yet? All I know is they're not vegan. How do you know that? Because it's been 5 minutes. They haven't told us they are. I'm vegan.
I guess they don't do CrossFit either.
Oh God, Jesus Christ! I mean, God bless your cotton socks. You do CrossFit, and that's fine. It works out for you. You're living a healthy lifestyle. Good for you. Just don't fucking talk to me about it. I have zero fucking interest. I have family members that I have two family members. Well, I have two family members who have a family that are vegan, and I don't talk to them. I just don't. If the smoke is pink, it's a girl. If it's blue, it's a boy. Oops.
And the dude in the purple shirt.
Oh, I know.
Wait, what?
So there may or may not be an incident I was involved in the Marine Corps where I was, when I was bartending at a certain bar on El Camino Real, and just at the end of Oceanside before it became Carlsbad. And it's a famous bar. I don't know why more Marines don't talk about this place, because it was the place to go for Marines. Marines, cops, it's a great place to go. And I bartended there for several years. And the Westpac widows that came through, oh man. Like as soon as my boss put me behind the bar, and he was a corporal Marines as well, and he's one of my favorite people in the world. I still talk to him. Can't wait to go out back. We tried to link up when I went for Pook's wedding years ago. I just couldn't make it happen, but he warned me, and he's like, watch. He's like, dude, you're a cutie patootie guy, and you're a Marine. They're going to fucking come at you hardcore. And I didn't listen to him, and it happened. And I woke up one morning, had this great looking girl, amazing sex all night. I mean, to the point where like I walked out of the room to go make some breakfast. My roommate, who had been out for like a year, because I lived off base because I was bartending, at night, and I had plenty of money. He goes, bro, go look in the mirror of your back. I'm like, what? And I looked, I'm like, oh my God. It looked like I got fucking just hit by Wolverine on my back. And I'm like, holy shit. He was like, was it good? I'm like, apparently it was, I think. And I went back in the room and I wake her up. I'm like, hey, I'm making breakfast. And she said, oh, okay. Oh, that's great. And I pulled her pants off the fucking side of the bed, and her fucking ID pops out, and it's pink. And I'm like, oh no. So you don't know, back in the day, active duty, it was the dependent ID. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, wait a minute, is she under 18? No way. No, she was married. I'm like, oh fuck. Like, oh shit. Now, question. Did I stop sleeping with her, or did I not sleep with her? What do you think? Did I sleep with her again?
I guess. Thinking Marine wise, yeah, probably.
I did for like 2 months. It was horrible. I'm a piece of shit.
I was gonna say,
I'm a piece of shit.
No, that's Marine years. You gotta get about at least 5 years removed from that.
It was
stop
bad.
Making those stupid fucking decisions.
It was bad. I cut it off, and I'm like, hey, look, like, this is not going anywhere, right? This is just about sex and drinking. And she's like, yeah, I really want you to be my family. Like, that's never gonna happen. I was like, you can burn me to the ground, and your husband can beat the shit out of me.
She was like Dean Wormer's wife in fucking
Animal
House.
It was just like. It just happened, and then it just kept happening because it was great. And I was 22 years old, and she was like 23, 24, like stupid idiot kids, like just massively attracted. Yeah, it was what it was. And thankfully, nothing. I didn't get in trouble about it, which I deserved. If I would have got fucking Article 15 for that, I've been like, yeah, I did it. Like, yeah, like I wouldn't fucking like shirk from it. Like, yeah, I did that. It happened. Yeah, Dean says, yeah, you kept sleeping with her. Yeah, I did. It was horrible. Piece of shit. Chicken, pussy. Nah. See, I went with the punny shit. A lot of punny shit. When I say I'm functional, this is what I mean. Kinda.
Technically it'll work.
I got 3 out of 4 down, man, and I'm barely hanging on to the 4th one. I'm barely hanging on, dude. Like, oh, it's so brutal. Like, I love my house. I love that my kids have this beautiful home. They have this stupid. My backyard is just stupid. It's stupid. Like, all right, my backyard.
Then life comes in and it's like, fuck your couch.
Yeah.
Rick James, bitch.
It's expensive every time I get to pay my mortgage, every time I have to pay my house insurance, every time I pay my property or set aside money for property taxes, all the other shit. But it's funny, like, dude, I have houses across my right from my view. When you get down here, you'll see them. I'll show them to you because you're gonna come down here, motherfucker, with the whole family. You can look right across any direction from my backyard. You see houses that are like worth 5 times what mine are, and they don't have a backyard the third of the size of my backyard. Their houses are huge. They're big. They're wide. They're tall. Big, awesome driveways and circular driveways and all this other shit, and it's all fancy and shit. But their backyards are postage stamps. And it's like, why would you want that? Like, why? Like, I love that my kids have this massive backyard to just rage it in instead of the house that they're going to destroy anyways, because they're destroying my house literally as we speak. They're destroying they're asleep right now, but they're destroying it. No, it's, it's stuff that we're going to paint over. It's carpet we're going to replace or rip it off because we got massive, cool hardwood floors underneath. If we have to, we can just rip the carpet off and polish the hardwood floors. House was built in 1955, man. It's built to last, but we got to, the furnace has got to replace, the windows got to be redone, fucking all kinds of shit. But anyways, moving on. Nobody, not a soul. Women refer uncircumcised men. It has pockets. Ah! Okay. That was for Blue too. I want to ask her about that. Like, is that a thing?
I can't even read this fucker.
I know. I'll read it. Deity, why didn't we get nice things like the Air Force? Because you do touch yourself at night. Nah, there you go. When the families argue about politics and they ask about my views, yeah. I gotta tone my wife down, man. Sometimes, like, she likes to go off on the family about shit, which God bless her cotton socks. I back her play. I'm just like, maybe not, go to war with your aunt over certain things, but the great thing.
I hate to bring up trouble, but you might have to go solo for a little bit. I gotta use the bathroom, bro.
Oh, go for it, man. I got it. You got me for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
All right,
so.
No worries. Got you, man. Yeah, I love that. My family, my dad's side of the family, super conservative. Mom's side of the family, a little bit more center left. But yeah, I get that. Nirvana was never the same for me after Charles Barkley left. Fucking Jesus. Oh my God. Oh, I never liked Nirvana, guys. Never liked them. Pretty much hated every song they ever fucking made. I didn't get into any grunge shit. It wasn't my jam. I was much more into like the 90s rap and rock, what it was at the time. Like, barely had Metallica and some other bands going around, but yeah, I wasn't a Nirvana guy. And at any time the rare times I'm listening to the radio, in my car. I just turn the station. I would rather listen to fucking, I don't know, anything other than any Nirvana song ever. Just, I think they're shit. Sorry. I mean, you know, that's not a slam against you if you love them. Good for you. That makes you happy. Fucking rock and roll. Take roles from Warren like the next time over. Nice. And all of them were talented musicians until Courtney Love, you know, got Kurt Cobain so drunk, put him in a corner of his house and blew his head off with a shotgun. Allegedly. A human fart could be louder than a trombone. I discovered that at my daughter's school concert. Yeah, I was worried about that at my son's Christmas concert. I've been fucking seriously dealing with some gastrointestinal issues. It's not fun. It's actually horrible. And I was worried. I'm like, oh my God, am I going to blow an O-ring in the middle of his concert and just chase like the entire section where I'm sitting away from me? Like, that is horrible. Thankfully, I had a shit-nosed little fucking kid next to me who kept fucking jumping off his dad's lap and kicking me in the shin. And I kept looking at his dad. And he kept apologizing. You know, it was right before it ended. And I'm like, I swear to God, I had it in my head. I'm like, I'm just going to fucking pull out my thumper and just thump his dad in the head. Because he apologized, and then he apologized, and then he apologized. And I'm like, all right, at this point, you just need to take your kid and fire him through a wall or get him the fuck away from me. Because at this point, it's just annoying. Like, if my kid did that, I'm yanking him out of the fucking room. He's going outside, going into the car, and we're gonna have a talk. I'm not just gonna say, stop doing that, Tyler. Like, no, it's not me. I'm gonna need some ID. Oh, sniff the booty, sniff the booty. So we had a bunch of kids over at the house today, for a big birthday party, and Carl, of course, you know Carl. Want to check out everybody's booty because that's what dogs do. And you want to check on everybody. And Carl is a super protective sweetheart. So he was freaking out all day because there was all these people in the house. And he's like, I got to protect her. Where do I go? So he kept spazzing out, which is what Carl does. And he just kept running back and forth. And he would he started hurting the kids at some point from away from the door and anything like that. And it's like, and they were like, one girl, she's my favorite niece, but she's like, I'm like, you can't do that. Like, you do that, and he thinks you're freaking out and needs to be more protected, so he's going to body you even more. So just take a knee, put your hand on his head, hug him, give him a kiss, say, hey, it's okay, Carl, I'm okay, and he'll be fine, and walk away from him. And then if he needs you, or if you need him, he'll know, because you'll scream. He'll just know. And it took her like 3 times to do it. She finally did, and she finally tested him, and he was on my lap between me and my dad, and she's like, Carl, and he just popped up and fucking shot down the hallway and just stood right in front of her. What do you need, ma'am? And she was like, oh, Carl. I'm like, all right, that's not how it's supposed to work, but I guess it worked out all right. Oh, you back, T?
Yeah. Holy fuck, is it cold outside? I went out for a cigarette, too.
What's the temp outside there in the great state of Wisconsin where you're at?
My phone says 7 right now.
Oh, yeah. It's not that bad here, but it's getting there.
Feels like -10 with the wind chill. So.
Yeah, there you go. That's no fun.
Fun times. Yeah, it's going to be fucking bad up here for the next 3 days.
Yeah, that's what I said down here, but not that bad. Like, I think the coldest it's going to be is 2 with the wind negative like 10 degrees, you know, that whole thing. But whatever. It's not Wisconsin.
Yeah.
When you're trying to dig it.
Tomorrow it's supposed to be 3 for a high and -9 for a low.
Yeah, that's
And then
worse
we got
than here.
then we got 1 and -4 from -14 for Monday, and -1 and -6 for Tuesday.
That's the fucking shit. Like, I didn't play it, but I talked about it with you earlier. I was like, why do people live in Ohio within the West? Because fucking no snakes, no alligators, no fucking earthquakes, no wildfires, scorpions, all this other shit. But it's gonna be cold as shit, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cold as shit. Did I ever tell you the story? I almost died when I was living in Green Bay with my dad. I was getting ready for the Marine Corps, working out, and I had a membership at Gold's Gym. So I went there and worked out all the time. Worked out by myself, almost died one time. But thankfully, some guys came over, like, hey, help me out. Because, I was bench pressing and fucking couldn't get it up. And, and some guys came over and I'm like, sorry, thanks. And they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, fucking getting ready for the Marine Corps, man. Just trying to, put some muscle on. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. So they'll help me out. But I left that, went into my car, drove, was thinking about driving back to my dad's house, ran out of gas about a mile away from the gas station. Now, I just spent an hour and a half working out.
Oh, shit.
Like a fucking idiot, 17 years old, barely 17 years old, got out of my car and ran to the gas station a mile away.
Was this in Franklin or like in Milwaukee?
Green Bay.
Oh, okay.
Green Bay. Yeah. Sweating my ass off. Fucking almost died that day because I was profuse. I was sweating already and already warmed up. And I got out of my car and ran a mile to a gas station with my emergency can. Dumbest thing I ever did, because the worst thing you ever want to do when you're cold is sweat. It is the worst thing ever because it absolutely just chills you to the bone. But I made it somehow thanks to some very fucking cool and important people. All right. Anyways.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, if it was in Milwaukee, you'd have no guarantee if your car was going to be there when you got back.
Well, that's still depending on where you were and where you parked. Yeah, for sure.
That's why I asked the Franklin Milwaukee question.
Oh, no.
If you're in Green Bay, if you're in Green Bay, you're good.
Yeah, it isn't Franklin. It would be fine. Like, no.
Yeah, Franklin's fine. Milwaukee, that car ain't going to be there when you get back.
Which is funny. Like, it's like
they'll find a way.
Milwaukee's no different than Chicago. Like, the north side of Milwaukee is pretty fucking safe. Well, when I was there, it was the nicer part of the city. South side was the worst part of the city. And I lived in the suburb just outside of that. So there was always it was funny. There was always a very heavy police presence where I lived because they're like, no. This is the demarcation line. We don't allow any more shit here. Basically because this is where all white people live. Just saying. I'm just saying that's why they did it. When you're trying to dig a tunnel in the French trenches and you accidentally break into a tunnel of French or trying to dig on your trenches, bonjour, guten tag. That'd have been fun. Can you imagine that in World War I? Like, shit. The floor is lava. Everyone in Pompeii, 79 AD. Oh, man.
Too soon?
Too soon. Airport baggage check. I'm sorry you can't carry that. Let's carry on. Jesus. See? Where's Blue?
Yeah,
all this. There's a lot of these are just so punny because I know she hashtag loves hates punny shit. She loves punny shit. If I pee here, all this will be mine. Yes. I screwed up already. 2026 is my year for sure. Yeah.
All right.
Probably. We'll go with that. This thing, I think when people think about this, I think about like, hey, I'm a Cubs fan. And there's a Pulitzer Prize winner, and I'm gonna fuck this quote up. I'm paraphrasing it, of course. Because life is a a lot like being a Cubs fan. That's why we have cemeteries in Wrigley Field.
Dude, I'm a Brewers fan. Bob Uecker just fucking
I
died.
know.
54 years he was the announcer.
I
54
know.
years he was the announcer, and they couldn't bring him one World Series title home. I was born the last time the Brewers were in the World Series. I was born in October of '82 when the Sun Series between the Cardinals and the Brewers, which
Right.
ironically, the Cardinals is the team that Bob Uecker won a World Series title with.
Right.
But he never got to announce Milwaukee having one.
No.
He got to announce them losing one to his Cardinals that he played for. A guy that grew up within, you could see County Stadium where it was built from Bob Uecker's house.
Yeah.
That he grew up in.
He's a gangster. I'll talk about it much more tomorrow during Sports Church, but like he was an icon. Like I don't remember. I did that tribute to Vince Scully, right? When he passed away, and that I spent a lot of time on that shit. Wrote it all out, trimmed it down, wrote it back up, trimmed it down, wrote it back again. I teared up. Try to do something about that for Bob Uecker. The problem is Vin was always so friendly and serious, and Bob Uecker was always so serious but Looney Tune. Like he was just such a. The only people, there's two people who own rain delays, and I don't know which one is better, but it's definitely Bob Uecker and Harry Carey. Like those two own rain delays. Like they just did. Bob was just so Monty. He was honestly.
was great.
You know what I think about Bob Uecker? I think he was the American baseball version of Monty Python. He was the American version of Monty Python for baseball. That's what Bob Uecker was. He was satire and deadpan all the way. He was unapologetically that way. He was great.
Mr. Baseball. Yeah, but yeah, we'll get into that more tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. I've actually been sticking to my diet goals and feeling great. Girl Scouts. The fuck you are. Yeah. Just spent fucking $24 on them the other day. And I'm sure I'm not done yet. I want to be cuddled, but I also want to be left alone. Being crazy is fucking hard. Yeah. It fucking is. Ask my wife. It's fucking horrible. Like I love her to death. It's a running joke. I'm like, why the fuck did you marry me? She's like, drugs. I'm like, all right, that's fair enough.
Works for me.
God, please give me a sign for what to do in my life. Try drugs. Man, I don't know. There's like not condoning it, but everybody should do under supervision 1 night of cocaine. Just so you know. Like you can't go against something. I'm sorry. You can't go rally against something unless you've done it. And if you've never been on your back outside on somebody's porch, it just ridiculously fucked up on cocaine, and you wake up, you roll out of the fucking bed, you roll out of the fucking bunk, you roll out of the hammock to walk to the Indiana Dunes, and you see the sun come up on Lake Michigan. You haven't lived. You just haven't lived. Never do it again, ever, because that was like a 3.5 day recovery. God bless the girl that I was dating at the time. This girl was stupid. Don't know why she's dating me. It had to be because she thought my junk was amazing, but she was she had a master's degree from Vanderbilt. She was a structural engineer. She made mad money, but for whatever reason, she dated me for a year and thought I was the greatest thing since sliced bread until I told her I was leaving Indiana and moving to Ohio to go to school. But holy shit, Like, man, that was the worst thing ever. Waking up in the morning, not waking up, just being up and seeing the sunset when you didn't want to see it. That's the worst. Come on. I love you, cheeseburger. I love you too, King Kung Pao chicken. How'd that sneak in there? 1 year clean, and then I run into my dealer in front of the grocery store. Yeah, see, exactly. That there doesn't need to be a flock of us for it to be a murder, and never more. If anybody knows where that's from. Sure, a monster that disembowels you would be scary, but so would be a monster that embowels you, just stuffing you full of all sorts of new bowels. All right.
All right. Yeah.
You know you're getting old when friends with benefits means having someone who can drive at night. Yeah.
Right.
I fucking suck at it, man. My wife does 95% of the driving at night now. I can't see shit. Me having a positive day or productive day, memes. Yeah. It happens. I don't need you to tell me how fucking good my memes are, okay? I'm the one who steals them, so I know how good they are. I don't steal them.
I wouldn't steal them if they weren't good.
I harvest them, people. Harvest them. Shots. That one might be the deal breaker, T. I might have to fucking bolt up for that one. And it feel that good. Toddlers. Can't tie shoes, have to have Velcro instead. Toddlers when they see a tablet. Yeah. Yeah, we're cutting Edie off.
We're going into the fucking Matrix, bro.
Yeah. We're cutting Edie off for a week from the tablet to see what happens because she's getting like way too into it. And it's absorbing too much of her day, so we're taking it away from her next week. It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Fun. Yes.
Testing the algorithm. Tired of the Venezuelan gangs in your city? Remember, there is no record of them being here, so there won't be a homicide investigation or missing persons report. Oh!
Yep. Testing out this new Facebook algorithm.
Yep, just testing it out. Remember in Full Metal Jacket when this dude was considered fat?
Fucking Pyle.
Fucking, you disgusting fat body. He was not fat. He was a big boy, but he wasn't fat. Dude, I need a ride home. Pulled a hoe last night on this dating site called plentyofhoes.com, and now I'm stuck in our bedroom. That's what happens when you use dirtbag websites like plentyofhoes.com. I'm at my sister's all day, so I can't help you, bro. I'm upstairs, you bro. I'm start the fucking engine. Ouch. What the fuck? Yeah.
Oh,
never had anything quite like that. I've had some. Do you remember the league? What did they call it? Was it? It was something Sand Brothers, like Sands. Oh, God, I can't remember what it was. It was tacos. Sand Brothers? Was it what? Yeah, when he slept with the same chick. Yeah, I had that happen in Chicago a lot. Because that bartender, because when I wasn't doing other crazy shit and going off to other weird places in the world, it was bartending, because this is a great fucking job you could do for just 6 months and then fuck off and then come back. And oh man, like something you pull the I'm going away and you nail it, and then like you come back and like you go work at the bar just down the street, and your boy comes up and he's with the girl that you just nailed like before you left, and it's like, oh, what the fuck? It's just weird.
Enjoy your sloppy seconds, bro.
Yeah. I remember. Oh God, now I don't want to get into that story. Never mind. Moving on.
Moving right along.
Moving right along. Bear breaks in a Colorado house, plays the piano, but not very well. Hey, he's trying his fucking best, you bitch. That's fucking great. I have cheese but no crackers. I'm crack-a-lackin', baby. Woo! In 1962, I was named minor league player of the year. It was my second season in the base. He was the fucking gangster. Gangster. I put that in the chat the other day.
Man, that guy's going to be missed so much.
You know, it's like, you know, we lost Mr. Scully, then we lose Mr. Euchre. And it's like, well, who's left? Like, who takes the mantle? And there's nobody, because these guys were original dudes. These were fucking hardcore, born and bred, hardcore baseball fans / players. And now it's just cookie cutter Taylor Swift, fucking acceptable to at least a mass audience as you calculate an algorithm to call baseball games. It's like, no, that's not how you call baseball games. God damn it. That's not how you do it.
I mean, as a Brewers fan right now, it's like, how do we forgive the 2018 team for losing Game 7 to the Dodgers? Because
you don't.
If they would have won that game, then we would have won the World Series too. Because that really was the World Series that year. That was the two best teams of baseball, the Brewers.
Who was AL in 2018? Who went to the World Series in 2018? The Red Sox?
Jeez, it might have been.
If it was the Red Sox, you weren't winning that. If it was the Red Sox, you were not winning that.
Maybe look it up quick.
All right, look it up.
I remember I was in the Philippines when the Brewers lost that Game 7 to the.
God, it amazes me how much you're in the Philippines.
Yeah, it was the Red Sox.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't have won that. No way.
No, Brewers would have beat the Sox in 2018.
No way. All right, we'll talk about. Hey, write it down, mark it up. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Are you down for tomorrow? Yeah, we'll talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, I should be
We'll talk about that. Yeah, mark that down. Let's do that. Let's make that a segment. How about that for at least me and you and Pook and Pops? Let's do let's revisit a series. Let's revisit something like that and see if we can argue our way out one way or another. But yeah, I don't know, man. When you lie in the application, but still get the job. So I've been told to apply for a job at work. It's a shop job. It's a trade job, which is great. It's more money and everything like that. But I got one day when I come back to work on Monday to apply for it, and I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think it's my jam. It's more money for sure, but like, it is a trade. But it's just, I have a hard time standing still. And when you work on CNC machines and lathes, guess what you do a lot of time? You stand the fuck around.
Yep.
Not my thing.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna wait. They got
My daughter
programmed. No.
And then you hit a button
after,
and then it does it,
and
then the
take the part out.
Yeah, and then you put the next part in, and you do it, and it's like, it's a fucking, I don't know. My daughter has trained our dogs to come run anytime you accidentally spill something on the floor and yell housekeeping. It's the funniest and most satisfying thing ever. Yeah, I wish I'd get the fuck. I mean, I don't have to do that with Carl. Carl's just all on it, man. Like, he's all about the fucking the snacks and the ancillary fool. Yeah, he loves it. The Lions called dibs on viral 31-pound 6-month-old baby on Twitter. They fucking literally did this on Twitter. Dibs. They call this kid. Why is your baby 31 pounds? Like, you're not. I mean, she's like a solid 5.5. Her kid's gonna be a monster, though. Jesus Christ! When you didn't buy any snacks,
the funny part is that kid's dad already plays fucking defensive line for the Lions.
Probably.
There's gonna be a lot, just like father and son, or probably offensive line.
Yeah, you know it's cool today. Two of my brother-in-laws paid for James' baseball season, so his fees are paid for. He's got a helmet now.
Nice.
He's got a glove. He's got a bat. He's got a tee set. And as soon as it gets warm enough, we're gonna start doing drills. And I don't know how to do this. I'm asking my wife about this. He's like, he's really excited. I'm like, yeah, I know, but like he gets real frustrated really easy. He's like, she's like, where does he get that from? I'm like, well, me, but like he's got to do drills. She's like, it's T-ball. I'm like, well, it fucking starts somewhere. There's always an argument with parenting. It fucking starts somewhere, right? Like, I don't like when he gets away with shit and we get in a fight about it because I'm like, it starts somewhere, right? Like, this pattern of behavior starts somewhere. With baseball, she's like, well, I'm like, look, it starts at the beginning. It does. Like, if he wants to run drills, we'll run drills for him to just learn how to like catch properly. Like, not just a fly ball, but I mean like to feel the ground ball properly. Like, I can teach him that drill again and again and again and again. And once you get from that, when he's good with that, then I'll teach him how to take that ball and throw it to whatever base and teach him situations. I'll teach him that. He's got hitting. I taught him a little bit of hitting. It's a little terrifying. He likes to hit left-handed, which is fine. I'm all fine with that. Like, hit left-handed, dude. Don't hit right-handed. Hit lefty, throw right. Seriously, it's a way better way to play baseball. When he hits lefty, he crushes shit. Like, we put a ball, he just mashes it. And it's like, oh, he's got a little bit of natural talent. I think he's got way more natural talent at it than I do, which is weird. I don't understand how that happened, but he does. But when he swings, because, you know, he watched Daddy do it right, and he's like, okay. And he turned around, he did it. It was funny. The first time he did it, he did it cross-handed, like Willie Mays. Like, he started doing left hand like this. No, you can't do it like this. You got to do it like this. You do it like this, you're going to break your wrist. I mean, eventually you're going to. And he did it. I taught him that on a Sunday afternoon, went to work. Wife sent me a video when I was at work. And I'm way in the back of the shop, and I get a mad rush of text messages and alerts and everything when I come back out because I don't get any cell signal in the back. And I saw a picture or a video of him, and he's batting left hand, and he just fucking bombed this thing off the tee. I'm like, all right. I sent her a text. I was like, all right, he opened his hips too quick, but he hit it. She's like, would you stop? Like, well, he did open his hips too quick. Like, he did. He hit the shit out of it. Like, yeah, I know, but I don't want to be a dead pole hitter. I'm texting her this. Like, I don't want to be a dead pole hitter. Like, he's got the power, obviously. I just want to teach him how to use the hips and keep him close so he can bomb wherever he wants it to. And she's like, you're such a nerd. I'm like, well, you're a hippie, so let's move on.
I hate to say it, but with hitting and baseball, you know what sports go hand in hand, and one of them I just hate to say it because I know how expensive it is because experience.
Hockey.
Well, yeah, hockey and golf.
Golf is not as expensive as hockey.
Yeah, golf is definitely not. But
No,
well, I
you
mean,
buy-
some of those clubs can run up, green fees. But yeah,
I guarantee
hockey
you
with equipment.
I
But yeah,
guarantee.
I mean,
here's the thing.
driving the hips, wrist control, stuff like
Yes,
that. I mean,
yes, there's a lot of
shooting
parallels.
Shooting a slap shot and hitting a home run. Have a lot
For
of
sure, man.
similarities.
Like, when I was playing semi-pro, I tore my groin, and it was fucking it was shit. It was rough. That shit hurt so bad. I could not. I don't know if you have it. I'll explain it to you this: when you tear it, God damn, I can't remember the ligament because I'm drunk. But when you do it, I couldn't pick my right leg up. Like I couldn't, you know what I mean? Like ankle, knee, couldn't do it. Had to drag that bitch. And I lived on the second floor, and the elevator was always broken. I had to drag it up there. But there are parallels for sure. Without question, there are parallels in there. And it is basically, it is patience, timing, and using your body to its best advantage. What people is fun to think, oh, you're a big guy, you can throw really hard. Yeah, no. Go look at guys like Roy Oswald. Look at guys like Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux didn't throw, hard he ever threw was like 92, 93, but still, he looks like a fucking professor. He still threw 92. You know what I mean? But hitting, it's funny. Here we go. Hitting is just like pitching. It's all below the waist. Your power all comes below the waist. It's your core. Yep. It's your legs.
Well, that's why I brought up golf too, because when you're driving a ball, it's more that toes to waist. That's the big part of where you're going to get your power from on those drives, and then it runs up to your shoulders eventually. But
yeah,
you got to focus on that basic of getting toes to waist, driving that energy all the way up.
And it started again. It was like after I came back after I thought I was ready to start playing again, and I was hitting just little dingers. No, I was never a power guy. I was never fucking Barry Bonds or anything like that. I was hitting dingers. If I wouldn't be here. I was hitting home runs all the time. But I had power, but the problem is all of a sudden I'm hitting solid. I put bat on ball, but it's not going anywhere. It's I'm getting singles and doubles on the air, which is a single plus air. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? I talked to my buddy. He's like, you are scared to turn your body. Like you're scared to put your hips into it and push off because you tore your groin. I'm like, oh shit. And that took like 3 games later. I went like 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 3, and all of a sudden, like I got timed it up. And he's like, if you don't hit a dinger, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the dick. I'm like, oh god, this is not gonna be fun. I love this guy, but he was my roommate. I'm like, all right, fuck it. He's a lefty. He's just gonna fucking throw me some shit outside. I'm just gonna fucking crowd it, and I did, and I fucking hit one of my few opposite field home runs. It just drilled, and it didn't feel like anything when I hit it. It just went off, and I'm like, I looked at him, and I did this, the whole Bull Durham thing. I'm like, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It was what it is. All right, business idea. All right, T, are you down for this? Let's do this. Rent out luxury yachts, which are heavily armed, to sail near Somalia on a pirate hunting expeditions. The goal is hopefully attract pirates to approach the yacht so the customers can open fire with grenade launchers and automatic weapons. Dude,
it works.
It works, right? Like, oh man, in a perfect world, we could just talk like Merck and all the other what do you call it? The transit authorities or whatever into that shit. But that would be it would be great. Like, hey, talk fucking millionaires, billionaires in this shit. Like, hey, I got this fucking 75-foot yacht. I may or may not have had to fucking owe some Russians for this shit, but we're gonna mask this shipping container ship, and then as soon as a couple fucking skiffs come out to take it, I am going to power to them. You're going to get off your shit. I'm going to lock and load you, and you're going to shoot at them. Sound good? Sound good. We're going to make a bunch of money, T. Just saying. Barbecue might be the road to world peace, but it's a start. Oh, God, I miss this motherfucker so much. I miss Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
One of the fucking, just such a fucking gangster. Tip: spice up your pancake with the harmonica. I don't get.
Yeah, because when you're breathing heavily.
Yeah, I guess. Man, my pan, dude. I fucking like I told you. I slept like 4 hours a day. It was horrible. I kept waking up because of reasons, and it was just shit. And I automatically started having a panic attack. And one of the first things, because once you hear about, I don't know, anybody has felt like this or understands this, but once something gets in your head, there's like a mortal thing when you get older. Like, if this happens to you, this is what's happening to you. But what your brain does when you have things like, a lot of us do, does is like, I woke up this morning with fucking shooting pains down my left arm.
Yeah,
now,
no
I have had multiple scans, multiple blood pressure tests.
Yeah, you're fucking dying. Nope.
Yeah,
I'm fucking dying.
Yeah, you're dying. You're having a heart. No, I'm not. No, this is just my brain freaking out and going, hey, here's another reason to completely freak the fuck out. It's just, oh God. It's so evil. It's so evil.
I'm kind of worried about here in the next year or so at my work. Like I do have the paint prep stuff, but we're moving from the liquid paint to the powder coat next year.
Well, you gotta bake that shit though, right?
Well, but the thing is like mainly what I do right now is sanding a lot of stuff before it gets that liquid paint coat on. But like I got this fucking anxiety bullshit, and like one of the things that triggers it more than anything is fucking chemicals. And when we go to this powder line, like all my work's gonna be chemical shit in the future. Right. So it's gonna be like every fucking day it's gonna be like, this is like what is the worst fucking thing that fucks with my mind is fucking chemical shit. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Sorry. Doctor, see scratches all over my back. Well, I can see you're sexually active. Me, remember, and drunkenly mistaking a raccoon for Yoda and putting it in my backpack to train him as Jedi. Oh, for extra cash, consider robbing sex offenders. Their address is easy to find, and they can't own guns. Modern problems require modern solutions. Yeah, this.
I've been on a Chappelle Show kick lately too.
Have you?
Yep. Yeah, I showed my kids fucking Chappelle Show for the first time like this week. Did fucking the black white supremacist skit.
Oh God! What, he's blind?
Yeah, Clayton Bigsby, black white supremacist. Such a funny skit. It's such a funny skit, but yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, it's inappropriate, but they're teenagers now, so it's like,
yeah, you gotta get them in. Yeah, for sure. You Marines are nothing but loud, cocky, self-absorbed, hell-raising maniacs who drink too much, fight all the time, and cause too much trouble everywhere you go. Facts. Yeah, I mean, fucking steer into the slide, man. Like,
does that say facts or fascist?
It says facts. Facts. That's what we are. The Porsche Pirates have really upped their game. Oh, damn. Just fucking hijacked the whole truck. I mean, fucking, there you go. Antarctica to see what the global warming crowd would do. San Andreas fault to speed up with California off Hiroshima just in case they thought we were sorry. Welcome to 29 Palms. All right. I'll say this and I'll say it again. You hated 29 Palms, right?
No, I didn't like 29 Palms all that much. No, there wasn't that
I
much
loved it.
There.
I loved it. Loved it. One of my favorite places in the whole world, man. I could see one of my kids maybe 10 miles from that bitch. And you were there. You know where Desert Hot Springs was, right?
Yep. Desert Hot Springs, yeah.
That's where I could see that's where I could see my son. Was Desert Hot Springs at Pook's wedding, which was like, I don't know, 15 is a country club, like 15 minutes away from that. But yeah, like I get it, hating it for sure, but like I didn't get there until I was like my third year in the Marine Corps, so I wasn't like exactly a boot. But not saying that's how you would like it or love it, but I love the desert. I love it. And one of my favorite things to do there, I wasn't stationed there, but it did at least 3 CAXs, which is 4 months. So I did at least a year there. Now I got to go away and come back, but still, my favorite thing to do there was at night after we had drinking way too much, because ammo company, the ammo depot was way the fuck off at the time, way the fuck off the base. And so we would run up and just buy as much booze and beer as we could and drink it. And as long as we could do our jobs, nobody gave a shit how we were the next day. But I used to love getting up and take a piss in the middle of the night, and I would sit on one of the berms and just look. I just loved it. And just when I went back there for Pook's wedding, it was just, it was like coming home. It was 95 degrees. I'm standing in a wedding party with a wool suit, and I swear to God, bro, I'm not sweating. I'm just like, yeah, this is great. And thankfully, there was like 4 of the Marines that we had all served together with at one point or another, and it was just a great fucking wedding. Well, it was a great wedding because Pook got, married and whatnot, but it was like all the Marines, we just separated from the main body because it was a big Mexican thing, and then Mexican music, Mexican dancing. We'd all sat outside and we just obliterated the bartenders and made them come bring us shit and everything like that. But it was great. I love the desert. If you ever, I don't know, my advice, you need to try and find a little peace. You need to go to the desert. Find a place where you can just you can link up with society, take all your supplies, drive the fuck off the highway, find a dirt road, and just park your ass up there. Find a bunch of firewood or buy it. I don't give a shit. And spend 2 or 3 days out there and just sit there by yourself. No cell phone, no nothing. It is fucking beautiful. It is so quiet. And it allows you to just, the inner monologue that gets interfered with, I got to do this, or people might think about this. That doesn't happen in the desert, man. Desert don't care. What?
That already went into effect. TikTok is down already.
TikTok is down.
I knew it was supposed to be today, but Sunday, but yeah, it's not even Sunday yet.
That's what it is. Fucking yeah, that's weird. I don't even want to get into that right now. That's the next week. Next week thing. Circle of life. I met someone. We talked. Explained that Lego people live in houses made of their own flesh. They leave. No. There you go. Shit. Reading the instruction manual for the elephant you bought when you were drunk. Oh God. That would be fun. Buy an elephant. Not really. It'd be very expensive, but shit fire.
Dude, one interesting elephant fact. I watch all these Muay Thai fights online.
Yeah.
You know what? Did you know back like when Muay Thai first became a thing, like the ancient Thai fighters, like they took their top 4 fighters and they guarded each of the legs of the elephant that the emperor was riding.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. There's this Raj Damaran Stadium, the first Muay Thai stadium. They got this new interactive lights go on the ceiling, and they do the history of Muay Thai at the beginning of every main event or the main card. And that's one of the things they bring up is how these guys used to fight to guard the legs of the elephant.
Huh.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know that shit.
I did not either. If anyone could please help me make this picture more headshot worthy, I would be so grateful. Thank you in advance. Oh, Jesus. Just a little Kennedy humor there, if you will. Nothing slaps you in the mouth quite as hard as shit. Uncle Dave's sausage. Oh. There's a place in Milwaukee. I don't know if it's open anymore. It was on Beecher Street. It was called Beecher Meats. Swear to God, actually, Beecher Meats. Yeah. So, what do you call it? Shit. Anyways, it was a butcher shop. When you get catfish, but you're a savage. Jesus. All right, there you go.
In West Dallas. Yeah, it's still open. It's got a 4.9. It's got a 4.9 star rating on Google too.
Beecher Meats on Beecher Street, right?
On 69th Street in West Dallas.
69th Street. That's still, that's up there. Yeah, that's still up there. But yeah, that's good. That's good to know. Yeah, but yeah, Beecher Meats.
Yep, they open at 8 o'clock on Sunday morning.
Go get you some shit there, Tate. Malibu Barbie. Oh, too soon.
Didn't Timmy send that one in?
What's that?
Tim Latore, he sent that one in, didn't he? The fucking
he
Barbie.
might have. Maybe. They both can't stop resisting a laugh. Dear police, I am a white woman. Don't get me started on women. I'm just gonna say because I'm drunk. I'm sorry. Sorry. You've seen all the videos with like 220-pound fucking cops trying to wrestle some dude down. And all I think about is like my daughter thinking already she already thinks she's a badass. Like she's 2 years old. She's not even 2. She's got like 9 days. She mean mugs people. She's like she already does it. That fucking red hair, man. I'm telling you, it's the red hair. She's crazy. And I'm like, no, you can't do that job. Just don't. No. I'm sorry. Not well. What about I had argued with a friend of ours who her boyfriend's a UFC guy, and she's like, "Well, I'll watch it." I was like, what about Cyborg? I'm like, Cyborg could take my life, whatever she wanted to. If I was unarmed, take my life for sure. Could take my life. However, she wouldn't if I was armed, and. Even if she was a cop on the streets and some 250-pound dude decided, not even 250 pounds, my size, fucked up on coke or whatever, decided he was going to fucking end her night, man, I don't know. It's not going to go well. I'm just saying, like, men and women are different for a reason. We're good at certain things for a reason. And we excel at certain things for a reason. Like, I'm shit with my kids when it comes to certain things like, I don't know, empathy and like, making mistakes and correcting them. And I go Spartan on them, right? This is Sparta. My wife is much more, cordial and much more empathy about it. And it's like, well, that's why we have our roles. That's why we are built the way we are. Women don't need to be Navy SEALs. All right, fine. You want to do it? Go for it. Guess what? I will call it right now. Right fucking now. No woman in the history of the world will pass BUD/S and make it fucking 3 months past it. Never.
Man, unless
ever.
They change its standards.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Well, see, don't qualify their mark. Right now, never going to happen. Never going to happen. She might make it. There might be 1 in a million that makes it. But 3 months later, when she's doing her train up, she's going to break. Guaranteed it's going to happen. Sorry. But I can't make kids. Well, I mean, make kids, but I can't like start kids. I can't. It's just stop trying to do things you shouldn't do. Can't care about things. Just fucking live life. Find things that make you happy. Stop trying to fucking. You know what movie needs remade? It needs to be rebooted.
I hope you're not going to say G.I. Jane.
No. The movie that needs to be rebooted more than any movie in the history of the world is PCU. Somebody needs to remake or reboot, not remake, but reboot PCU. One of the greatest movies in the 90s when they just made fun of all the PC bullshit. Somebody needs to do that now with all the woke shit and all that other shit. Anyways, moving on. Let's go. Yoga Master. Jägermeister. Don't drink Jägermeister. Yep. No. Like I said with cocaine, do it once, do it one time, do it supervised, and go way harder with any liquor than you should, and you'll never, ever, ever, ever drink Jägermeister again. Ever.
I'm Rick James, bitch. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Hey, what's up, Rain Trouble? Nice to see you. Thank you for checking in, man. You have a good night too, brother. Sorry, I have a hard time keeping up with the comments. A little drunk doing the memes. Yeah. All right. Doc, I feel like I'm getting old. Have you ever worn BDUs? You bet. Boots would always be polished too. Pains is basically dead. Nah. Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Oh man, those days were fucking they were so extra stressful. Like, God.
I can't talk too much because like after my first year in, they phased out of the spit shining of the boots and had the fucking brown boots and the fucking digi
as soon as I got gangster with it, they changed.
I was like the last fucking company that had the fucking analog hammies before they started issuing digis.
Nice.
It was like by the time we were leaving, there were people in digis on MCRD. It was like, man.
Wow.
So now I gotta buy fucking new shit.
Yeah.
Because we all fucking got issued the analog shit, but now I gotta buy the new shit. And everybody bought that shit up before we could. So it was like a year after I got to the unit before I could even buy this shit because they didn't even have it produced yet.
Bastards. It is the daytime, Hector. The day when I sleep. What the heck? Woodpeckers, man. Woodpeckers.
Those fucking bastards.
Oh man, they're not bad. They're not bad here, but when I had my farm in Indiana, they were fucking all over that shit, and they were just little fucking son of bitches. Our cat Larry was out 3 months ago, and sometimes he has a hard time fitting in with his new brothers. He was never allowed to explore his backyard in the past, so his hunting skills are a bit new. Yesterday, he brought the family its first catch. It was a leaf, and we're all very proud. Charlie, who I showed a picture early, is a fucking psychopathic murderer. Like, he is a fucking lunatic. Like, he almost died running up a tree trying to catch a squirrel who jumped across the tree in the other tree. And that son of a bitch made an attempt, but he half-hearted it and almost ate shit. Caught a branch, managed to scatter back down to the trunk of the tree. But Charlie's a fucking psycho. And I love him. He's my boy. He's a big baby, but my landlord replacing our sink and sent me this. Nah. I call it the holiday duty. Wait, what? When I'm tongue and punching the chicken, the starfish, and the tip of my tongue touches a turd, I shout out, howdy doody. Anyway, I'm not a fan of Tootsie Rolls. Jesus Christ, Neil, what the fuck? Jesus.
It's the chocolate starfish.
If you know what LimeWire is, your knees probably make a sound when you stand up. Yeah, thanks. When your girl's mad and yelling at you, but she ain't wearing a bra and her titties keep bouncing, beat me with your left titty. Yeah. HR brings in a guest speaker to talk about sexual harassment in the workplace. Show us your butthole. Yeah, no. Never doing
Show
that.
me your butthole. Oh, Jack Reed's back again.
Fuck your house. Yeah, there you go.
Fuck your house.
All right, I think we're done. I guess. Holy shit, we made it through them. Wow, that's crazy.
Nice. That's good, actually. We're like 3 hours in, so
Yeah, it's about time to call it a day,
I'm
man.
about ready to call it, bro.
Yeah, for sure. All right, T. Thank you for joining. We miss Blue for sure. But hopefully she'll if she wants to hang with me next week, we'll do a show next week. If not, we won't. But hopefully Tia joins me tomorrow, mid-afternoon for Sports Church. Just time to be determined. But without further ado, T, your final thoughts. I'll do my final thoughts. We'll call it a day, man.
Well, yeah, I guess given my situation this weekend, shit's going around, so try to keep yourself healthy. Whether that's pounding down some extra electrolytes or something. I don't know if that, I guess it doesn't really prevent viruses from happening, but fucking A, flu and it's cold as shit. So try to keep yourself healthy.
Absolutely. Remember, never take a permanent solution to every problem. There's plenty of assets out there and places to go to. Hardest thing to do is take the first step. Just take the first fucking step. I wouldn't be here if people intervened, but a couple times I had to reach out. Talk to your boys, man. They're out there. One of my biggest boys is my girl, is Blue. I have to hit her up. She's there for me no matter what. Dean, been part of the show forever as a fan. Always there. Even if I can't get a hold of him, he'll at the first second he sees it, he jumps on it. But the important thing is just reach out. Don't quit. I've been going through some messed up shit physically. Like my wife has talked me into doing the show lately, just because she knows it makes me super happy. But I've been in a fuck ton of pain, very confused, very scared, still a little scared, but we'll see. But I got no choice. Got to keep going on, man. I got my kids, who I love to death. My wife, I love to death. My friends, who I'd love to talk to, and just treat it like boot camp, man. Like you woke up, all right, sort of pain free. Make it to fucking eat your breakfast. Make it to lunch. Make it to dinner. Go to sleep. Do it again, just like boot camp, man. You just mentalize your day. Just 4 hours per day. Just make it to this. Make it to that. Make it to that. Without further ado, let's call it a day, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm pretty tired. Think I'll go home now.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
37.
I'm 37?
Going to class.
Oh my god.
37. My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks.
In a row?